Bruh.
I guess we gotta wait for him, but other than that, it's 8 o'clock and the brackets are being created, so...
I'm launching my game right now.
Hey. 8 o'clock. Yep. Looks like we're good. I want to be casted as Catalyst. Well, we'll see. Is he in our tournament or no? Let's see. Catalyst. He is in our wait. Yes, he is in our Catalyst. Or he is in our tournament. Wopsitopian. What a cool last name. Wopsitopian. Wopsitopian. Gotta practice that a couple times. Wopsitopian. That's super cool.
Calling him by color for sure.
Red. Absolute. Absolute Zero says he wants to be casted. When brackets are live. Cool. So Absolute Zero says he wants to be casted as well, so looks like we got multiple people here who want to be casted in the first round and who will invite us.
Oh boy, what a day. This should be fun. Where's DJ? Did he get lost or something?
He probably got lost. Or is he talking? He's talking in the messages.
Alright, so there's some progress.
Oh, we can't hear him. Nope.
No, we can't hear you at all.
Yeah. So I guess he's on the call, but just... Oh.
Yeah, but
Test.
you're all... There you go, now you're back.
Okay, well, would you like to know what the technical glitch was?
You unplugged it.
No, you guys might not be able to see this on the camera, but I have one of those like inline lanyard things, and the off button was so there. My video is lagging behind. It is 90 seconds delayed, by the way. Now, hold on, I gotta add you guys back to the video thing that I had here, where I had your pretty faces up here. Hang on. Add.
Should I turn on my camera then? Actually, I can't. I'm probably not going to be able to. Yeah, I can't.
No, that's fine. I'm not expecting you to. We went through this before, but I do have a way of getting sort of your face there. You have your profile picture all set there, so we're gonna use that. So you guys may not be able to see Mr. Pluto, but you'll be able to hear his gorgeous, Cerberus-like voice all over this place.
Hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a charger for my tablet so I can have this stream up too.
KK.
Because for a second there, DJ, when you joined that call, you sounded like a mouse, like a little squeaky little like.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it sounded like.
Well, we'll try to avoid the Mickey Mouse thing.
Fuck! Oh!
You don't need that body part. You don't need that. I saw that. You don't need that body part.
I just broke my toe.
Oh boy.
You know what? You got 10 of them. Just cut that one off. You're good. You can still walk with at least what is it? You need a minimum of 2 toes on each foot to be able to walk properly.
Is that like a fact?
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking of it from the fact that I used to be a runner, and I'm like, well, if I didn't have my big toe and middle toe, I wouldn't have much balance, really.
And I got the wrong hand charger. That sucked.
You smashed your toe and still didn't get the charger.
Nope.
Brackets are still not live, so we're gonna be chilling here for a minute. It can take up to 10 minutes for the brackets to be live, so
yeah.
Unfortunately we are gonna be just chilling for a sec until that happens. But we got 3 people who already say that they want to be casted, so at least we're not gonna be
cannolis.
for too long.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually a really cool thing. I mean, this is our first attempt at triple cast here, so hopefully we'll get some decent matches. And we do have all 3 players because I believe I'm Terran, I know you're Protoss, and I'm pretty certain that Regret is a Zerg player. So this will probably work out really nicely.
Oh yeah. So we've got all aspects here. Let's just go ahead and check with him. Regret, you are a Zerg player, correct?
Dirty Zerg, man. That's how I roll.
Man,
yes,
are we allowed to even talk to you then?
Am I gonna be segregated?
Yeah, you know what? You're gonna have to go to the colored drinking fountain. I'm sorry.
Well.
Yeah, well, it's usually you two teaming up against Protoss, so maybe it's.
Well, that's okay. It's because Protoss is OP, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. A move, 1 A move, F2, 1 A move.
I didn't think it was that. I thought it was just build Tempest, win game, drink coffee, or something like that.
You know what it really is? You rebind your F2 hotkey to your to like a forward mouse button or something, and then you rebind A to like a different mouse button. So all you do is just click one and then click the other and click.
Just double click and win.
Yeah, just double click and win.
So you mean it's like using Windows then, basically? It's that easy, right? Just double click everything. It's like, what do? I don't know. Double click the icon. It should do something, right?
Yeah, just double click everything.
Something's going to happen.
Oh, by the way, since I'm going to have to redo my intro because my mic was muted during the first time, this is the ESL number 30 for the Skill Cup. This is the Platinum Diamond Cup. Currently to my upper, I guess it's the upper, I guess for you guys are viewing it, it would be my upper left. That is Pluto. He is currently also casting, so his camera's not available, but you get to see his shiny face looking all pimp dog on his profile there. The other guy in the orange shirt staring down on his desk as if he's a lonely individual, that would be Regret.
I was turning on your stream on my tablet so I can connect with our fans.
Are you able to use multi-twitch on your tablet, actually?
I don't think so. I don't think my...
it does work. It'll probably work.
On an Android tablet?
Yeah. Multi-twitch will probably work. In a browser, yeah.
I never tried it.
Also, for those guys who are the audiophiles in the world, we are just currently listening to Monster Cat in the background. The song, holy cow, this is one heck of a title or artist. I believe it's called Insane Link with Charlotte Hanning, and the song is called Feel Alive, direct remix by Charlotte Hanning. Holy crap, that's a title. So anyway, if you guys are looking at this on YouTube or whatever, I've got my contact information actually down here. You can see what I'm looking at down there. That's how you get a hold of me. For those who, because I don't have room really on my display to have both Pluto and Regrets. Pluto, why don't you start and give us your contact information where you can be found?
Okay, sure. You can find me at sc2_Pluto on Twitter or on Twitch at sc2Pluto. So those are the main things. If you go to youtube.com/sc2Pluto, that's also my page. I've got the nice URL now instead of having like a 30-digit like randomized thing for my YouTube page. So anywhere of the above.
All right, Pluto, by the way, I hate you for your YouTube channel. I will kill you in your sleep later. But Regret, why don't you tell the world where they can find you?
Right now, the only thing I'm using is Twitter and Twitch. So my Twitter is @RegretSC2. My Twitch is twitch.tv/RegretSC2_. I will have a YouTube channel here shortly. Trying to get into it. Probably going to do like replay analysis and stuff like that.
Awesome. And I forgot to mention, for those of you guys watching Pluto's stream, you could find me on Twitter at DJSpecterTV or at twitch.tv/DJSpecter. All three of us here, basically, just so that everyone knows, are we're volunteer casters for the ESL. We typically cast, at least myself, I cast Sunday and Wednesday for the Open on Sunday and the tournament you're watching now on Wednesday. There was also a Saturday Triple Cup, which I believe Pluto casts. Sorry, Pluto over here. And I think Regret admins that. So anyway, if you guys have any interest in finding them, go ahead and follow those guys, and they have their schedules posted, or you can find them on the days that I mentioned.
Yeah, and Sunday we've got that Open Cup, $50 prize pool on Sunday.
Yeah, Open Cup. That's the Open Cup's my baby. That's the one that I admin. I help out on Saturdays. If not, I usually try to jump in and cast.
Awesome.
Yeah,
so if you guys are any rank, by the way, like I said, bronze through Grandmaster, give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen if you're a bronze or maybe one of these like fledgling gold or platinum players looking to improve your game? you know, you can get paired up against a Grandmaster, and if we're all so lucky, have a mirror match, and we can learn the tricks of the ultimate universe power of Grandmaster.
Yeah, at the very least, you have yourself a replay from a high caliber player. So
exactly,
it's fun.
So you said, oh, looks like we've just got the party invite from Catalyst. By the way, Catalyst is also watching my stream. So thank you, Catalyst. And I see now Regret is there. You know what, Red? I think I actually need. Can you type this in my chat so I can mod you?
Yeah.
I haven't done that.
Yes. Artheosis asks in chat, did I get a buy? Yes, you did. You have to wait until the Catalyst, or no, you have to wait until the Ajax versus Tearing It Up game before we can get, or before we can you can actually play your game. So here we go. It looks like first we're gonna cast Catalyst versus Workhorse. Two players who we've seen before. These are regulars here at this tournament.
Yeah, and actually, I actually really do enjoy. Actually, Workhorse. Actually, the last time we cast him, he did very, very well. Actually, in the tournament. So you know, he made it to, I believe, at least the. Did he make it to the semis? I believe he made it to the semis. You know, and he had some very fun play. I remember enjoying that. And why does it say invalid login? Okay, that's a new error that I've gotten, guys. I don't think I've ever had that before. So
this guy and his technical problems, Pluto. What are we gonna do?
Hey, look, I didn't disconnect. I'm still in the party, so eat it. Oh, maybe I'm not. No.
You're sort of in the party, but you're offline.
Why does it say I'm offline? This is not. This. You know what? This is why I can't have nice things, people. Oh my God.
It's funny because this is your job. Aren't you an IT professional?
I am, but the thing is that I cannot control Battle.net and Skype. Like, I'm not a developer. I can't go out there and just be like, eat it, Skype. I would like to, but just hold on, let me get rid of all this other crap so I don't actually.
EJ, you're like a crappy mechanic. He fixes everybody else's car, right?
But mine's a jalopy. You know what? That's truth. Because actually, my car, I blew my engine in April, and I mean blew it as in like I accelerated, just normal acceleration, like I wasn't racing or anything. I was just trying to make a lane change, and all of a sudden, like this engine tapping sounded, and before long, it turned into like this metal screeching on metal. It was a horrid experience, and yeah, that. And then $6,000 later, I had a new engine. How's that for fun?
$6 grand. What do you drive?
Well, no, it's not that. It's the labor. Like the engine costs $2 grand, even if you bought one new from even if you bought a used one from a junkyard, and then it takes something like 2 days to take the old one out, put the new one in, and that's the remainder of the money. So
right, I gotcha.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not like I'm like, you know, I'm not like making it rain or anything. I'm not like a, you know, a Diddy video or any shit. So,
yeah, right.
Yeah, I know. If I was, I wouldn't be casting here. I'd be like hosting and sponsoring the tournament and be like, yo guys, I got $4,000. I don't care. Only 2 people are gonna play, and if you just show up, I'm gonna give you half of it. You know, that's the sort of thing that rich people do.
Hey, if you ever hit the lottery, can I play in one of those?
No, I'll send you an extra 12-pack of beer.
Yeah, right. Somehow I'd be okay with that.
It'd be a really fancy set of beer. It would be 6% alcohol instead of 5.
The most expensive beer in the world.
It's probably horrible.
Oh, it is. So the thing is, they've got a category called extreme beers, and when you read them, they're not really beers. They're like schnapps that's bottled in a tiny beer bottle. Because like they've got like something like 40 proof, 45 proof. I mean, like peppermint schnapps is the highest proof of any liqueur, and that's 60. And they have beer that's proof. That's not beer at that point. That's me sucking down like vodka flavored malt and
that's
barley.
Worse than Mad Dog.
Mad Dog is terrible, and it tastes like Boone's Farm with like ball sack mixed in with it.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Anyway, Coda's back to StarCraft things.
Coda is going to be our first map. We've got Dash and Terminal and Iron Fortress. Oh, Iron Fortress first, but Coda, then Iron Fortress, then Dash and Terminal.
Alright. So things I also need to remember is I need to remember to go full screen, like I forget every time, and then I also need to turn off Monster Cat, which I've forgotten several times, and I had it up like blasting, and I went to listen to my stream again, and I couldn't hear myself because I was like, only when I was shouting, and you know I shout loud, so...
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
This is gonna be a good game. Workhorse has Workhorse has won 4 times. Won the tournament 4 times.
Wow.
Which is very you know, good. But Catalyst, on the other hand, has gotten pretty close to winning, but hasn't won yet. So if he wants to win, he's got to beat Workhorse, who has won multiple times before.
Well, you know what? I think he's due. I think this is time for an upset, bros.
It's time for an upset.
Time for an upset.
Pretty sure I watched these guys last time. Both of these guys in the last tournament.
Very possibly.
Sure.
Right,
This is my first time casting the Platinum Diamond, so I know I haven't cast them. Hello, dear.
Hello.
Girlfriend's home.
You're not allowed to have those. You're a nerd.
Oh.
Show grill.
Show girl.
Show what?
The girl.
Hey, come here. Come here.
What?
Stand right here.
What?
Come here.
Well, you have to. No, Pixar didn't happen.
Down.
Okay.
Down.
Down.
Get your up.
Not that kind of stream.
There's people watching this, right?
Yeah. There's like 3 or 4, but hold on, I gotta screen capture that. It's blackmail material. You're done. Goose cooked.
Right.
All right. Anyway, why don't you guys introduce our players here?
Alright, spawning up at the top left, we have the multiple-time winner, our Blue Terran Workhorse. I'm not sure if he's representing any team or anything, but...
Probably not, because he doesn't have a tag. But in the bottom, what is that, right-hand side, representing Infinity NA, it is the purple Terran player, the Catalyst, with a very fast SCV moving out.
Uh-oh. Is he getting... Oh, look at that. I love it. Oh, my God. I'm going to clap like a little girl. I'm so happy about this. I love this. Oh, and you know what, guys, I forgot to do? I forgot to turn Monster Cat off and turn the in-game music on. There we go.
You said it as we were loading in. You were like, I'm going to do this right now.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, am I the only one lagging? Oh, guess what? My client just crashed. So... It went full header, so I apologize, guys, for the people watching my stream. My game just took a nuclear, well, it didn't disconnect, it just suicided, so...
Failcaster.
Hey, well, hey, you know what? The good news is this match will be over with because either, either Workhorse takes this or he fails miserably with this push. So, because he was going proxy racks.
Well, we'll find out in 25 seconds while we're waiting for your delay end.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. And you know what's funny? Battle.net won't even launch. I can't even get the app to launch.
You need to un-overclock your computer.
It's not the overclocking. It's a network issue.
Oh, network?
Yeah, it is. Because the thing is that the PC is running fine. I haven't crashed in a stream, but it's like the Battle.net app is not working.
Yeah, well, you've got StarCraft, you're streaming, and you've got Skype going on at the same time with video, right? Video is quite a big deal.
Yeah, I'm going to have to find a new video app of some kind that allows this to work better because this is tough. And the thing is, I even took my router and put in a QoS specifically for StarCraft 2, and they had a preset for it. So I'm like, well, I tried using that, and that didn't work. So guys, I'm going to attempt to launch back into this, but we're going to have to listen to the wonderful commentary by Pluto and Regret.
First barracks finished, second barracks is going down. SCV is nowhere near it, so...
Yeah, that SCV is not going to scout that, but he is going to scout across the map, see nothing there, and that's going to make him a little bit suspicious. Just an bit suspicious.
Yeah, considering there's only 7 workers at this point.
Yeah, there's 4 in here with the minerals, 3 in the gas. That SCV is like, yep, there's something fishy going on right now. And let's see how he reacts to this, though. He only has 1 Barrett at home. First Reaper is out. 1 Reaper will beat 1 Marine one-on-one. Here we go. The battle is about to happen. The battle of the ages.
Ages. The absolute ages. Not just regular ages, the absolute ages.
Right. Marine versus Reaper and 4 SCVs.
By the way, what is that noise in the background? I keep hearing something. It's like they're going to a rave or something.
There's somebody being arrested outside my house, I believe.
That you can't do that. That only happens at my house. I've called the cops on my neighbors like 3 times.
Well, my apartment is on I-75, like directly on I-75. So directly outside my window is I-75, and not a single unit has actually fallen for Workhorse just yet. He has 3 Marines, and Catalyst is not microing his Reapers as well as he needs to be. The SCV does go down. He's lost one Reaper already. The second Reaper is going to come up in here, but there's going to be four Marines by the time that gets in there, and the one Hellion is going to be out. As soon as that Hellion gets out, it's over. Yep, that Hellion is out. The Hellion was going to roast those Reapers.
Yeah, that's the one good thing. Like Hellions are an insane defense against Reapers. It's the one thing. As soon as I have a Reaper, I know I'm screwed, because the thing is that when a Hellion pops, because it can outrun and it doesn't outrange the Reaper, but when they're running away, it feels like it outranges the Reaper. You know. So I mean, if he's got Hellions out, oops. For the Reaper, that is.
Yeah, one of the Reapers is very, very low. Up goes down, and the third Reaper is going to go down. All of the Reapers have gone down. GG.
I know nothing about TBT, guys, just so you know. I'm probably going to be somewhat quiet during this series.
It's okay. I don't know anything about Zerg. I know that it's purple slimy, and it doesn't look good in pink, and that's really about it.
I'll be right back. I'm going to try to figure out what that noise is.
You probably have your building's probably burning down.
Yeah, while he's BRBing, I swatted him.
Wow, that is really loud.
Dude, maybe somebody actually did swat Pluto.
You know what the crazy thing is? He didn't turn his mic off when he left, so this is what we get to hear. By the way, you have to tell the players what's going on, because I can't see anything.
Oh, we're having a fire drill, so I'm just going to go ahead and mute myself.
Okay.
And then start the game.
By the way, I was joking. I literally said your building was on fire, to regret.
Well, I'm having a fire drill, so I'm just going to go ahead and make you, or start the game and mute myself.
All right. Well, I'm back in everything. So, when necessary, I can be part of this this event. But yeah, that's funny. I said his house is burning down, and so it does. Oh, by the way, and I think I know what hurt my stream is I actually had my Twitch dashboard up, and my stream had loaded in the background in the video preview, but I couldn't hear it. So hopefully this won't do it, because I know that like whenever I watch like another stream, like it always causes issues. So sorry about that, people. We will continue rolling on and rolling on. I did update Team Liquid with the current state of things, so hopefully that will work. I'm gonna go ahead and close my own dashboard because I don't need it. Close all these other things. And additional one. All right. Ask him. All right. So, let me guess. Workhorse took that series. He won the last one, right?
No.
Oh, Catalyst did?
The one that cheesed lost.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, Workhorse won. That's right. Yep. Catalyst tried to cheese.
Okay. Here we go. So Catalyst. So Workhorse won. So he gets. Nope. That's what I want. All right. So I gotta do this and this. All right. By the way, in the upper right-hand corner, upper left-hand corner, currently down 1 game to nothing due to a failed Rax cheese, which I still giggle every time I see it. It's Infinity Gaming's Catalyst.
Then all the way down in the bottom left corner of Iron Fortress, we've got our Red Terran, up 1-0 in the series, Workhorse. Do you think he's going to go for cheese again, or do you think he's
this map is really tough to do the cheese on, partially because of the fact that you don't know where your opponent is. You could cheese technically down by the Zelnaga Watchtower, because due to pathing, the worker will never go through there unless you do a cross-map scout as your first scout, which you usually don't do just due to efficiency. So, it's possible, but I mean, once you're down there, like, I don't know, like I never cheese on Iron Fortress because I want to know where the guy goes. What I will usually do is I'll usually scout to see if my opponent has walled off. If he hasn't, then I'll go for maybe some tank and Hellion play. I'm sorry, some tank Marine play, so that I can get vision on the high ground and use the tank on the low ground. Do some damage, or just sneak Hellions in there and try to ruin the economy. So either way, that's the only real viable thing here, while I go ahead and make sure the sound is actually turned up. I think the sound is. I just can't hear anything in the game. By the way, if you guys have any problems hearing any of the game sounds or music or anything, please let me know, and I'll go ahead and make the necessary adjustments. Otherwise, I don't really see anything strange out of this. I mean, everything is dead even. I mean, their buildings are almost built in the exact same place, too. We put a depot by a refinery and a depot by the refinery. I mean, everything is as it should be. We will see. Is the Reaper going to come out first? It looks like Catalyst is going to have the earlier worker here, or the earlier attack, but not by a much. So I mean, Workhorse can have his Reaper out basically by the time Catalyst Reaper reaches the base. But there is a Marine being produced, which usually is a sign that, hey, look, I'm going to go ahead and go Hellions because you need the gas. Actually, he might go 1-1-1 with this, so this could go a couple different ways. I mean, he could go for a tank Marine drop. He could go for a double tank drop with Marine support, or whatever it is. But the Reaper now is out for Catalyst, and that's the I guess the only threat really right now to Workhorse.
Yeah, and I mean, he's going to have 2 Marines out by the time he gets there. He should be fine. Shouldn't lose any workers or anything like that. It's basically going to get a good scout off and have to go back home.
Yeah, and does he choose to? No, he decides to immediately go for the starport. His add-on will be what determines. Oh, he needs to get that Reaper out of there. That will not survive against 2 Marines.
No,
it will.
Not at all.
I mean, it will kill one of the Marines, but it won't kill both. And that's at Tech Lab. So I think we're looking at fast Banshees here, actually. And if Catalyst doesn't get this Reaper in somewhere to scout, I mean, he should really come down through the natural and come around the backside to get a scout to see this. He's going to be in a world of hurt. And actually, I think that's what he's going to do. He throws his own expansion down, but he doesn't have the units to really stop this. He's supply block, but he'll see the Tech Lab, and he'll see this, and if he sees it switch, then he knows what's coming. Yeah, he's going to go fast Banshee for this.
Absolutely.
So, in the meantime, we hope Pluto isn't burning alive, or that it's not an actual fire drill. Well, I'm sorry. We hope it's an actual fire drill. Otherwise, it's going to be one of the most unusual casts I've ever had.
Exactly, right? We don't want to lose Aziz Ansari, that's for sure. Oh, no,
and you know what's Aziz Ansari? You know what the funniest thing is? I went to go see Fantastic Four last night, and they had some ridiculous thunderstorms here. One of our other admins was actually talking about it in chat because he's working out in the suburbs. But, like, right towards one of, like, the climactic parts in the middle of the movie, the power went out in the theater. And literally, like, so, like, the theater was black, like, the little exit signs came back on, like, because they're on a subset of power. But I go ahead and walk outside, and I stop at the door exiting the theater, thinking of like the actual theater itself, not like the whole building and the structure. Thinking it's dark, it's sudden, there's a thunderstorm, and everyone in the theater is just staying in here and pretending like it and acting like it's just a outage. And I'm like, oh god,
normal.
Yeah, and then I'm like, wait a minute, if I go out this door, is there gonna be like people, like zombies eating people?
Right.
So anyway,
without giving away any spoilers, did you enjoy that movie?
I never got through it. We decided to leave because it took a while. Once they got the movie started, the audio was screwed up. So we couldn't. But we'll talk about that in a minute because this Banshee is gonna wreck face. The mine actually gets an amazing shot. The Banshee escapes with only 3 health. Wow, where is actually... Oh, that mine is cleverly hidden right there by the refinery. That's actually a brilliant position.
Right down.
Yeah, it actually looks like it's part of the decoration of the depot. In the meantime, it actually, and we'll zoom in here real quick here, it actually, when there's a worker over it, you can't even really see it either, so that's very clever positioning by Catalyst.
Yeah, it definitely just saved him a lot.
Oh yeah, I mean, he would have easily, and I mean easily, lost half dozen workers to that before his Marines managed to take out that Banshee.
I mean, the turret wasn't done yet, right?
No, it wasn't. I mean, he just finished that recently.
Yep.
But, I mean, looking at Army supply, I mean, they're even. Their workers, though, is heavily in Workhorse's favor. I mean, despite the fact that, he's not on 2-base economy yet, he's got 10 more workers despite, not making a whole lot of units. I mean, he's got some Marines. He has a tank on the high ground. He's got a mine out here to sort of scout, or I should say, deal some early damage. And I think the big thing here is Catalyst has been supply blocked for quite a long time. I mean, the total supply you can tell is 20 food difference, and that's enormous at only the 9-minute mark of the game. I mean, you don't want that sort of gap.
Especially in a mirror matchup when you started with the same build. You guys should be ballpark around the same area.
Yeah, I mean, they did start off, the idea was, we saw, sorry, we did see a fast Banshee, so a 1-1-1 out of, Workhorse, but that shouldn't matter in this case because basically Catalyst had more army, because whenever you go for that Banshee build, because you end up using so much in resources trying to get to that point, to get Cloak, to get the Banshee, you
Catalyst doesn't even have any supply depots in production.
Oh no, he doesn't realize he's supply blocked. He's been spamming his buttons and not realizing he's supply blocked. Now he lays down 4 suddenly all at once. Wow.
That just put him so far behind.
Yeah, he didn't realize it. I mean, he is now correction, he is now 42. No, he's, what is it? It's almost 40 supply.
That's 37 to be exact.
Oh, no, now it is 30. Nope. Okay, he did correct it. Now that he is at 54 supply, but most of that supply boost he got is actually in production. It's not actual units that are on the field. He's got two medevacs, a worker, a marauder. You know, he's got a 3rd base coming down, but he's doing add-ons instead of making workers right now. He's doing a tech lab and a research lab, or sorry, a reactor and a tech lab, and what he needs right now is units. He just doesn't know it yet.
Oh yeah, I mean, this push that could come at any point is, man, that's got to be heartbreaking to be supply blocked for that long.
Yeah, and that's
well over a minute.
Oh, easily. I mean, I'm gonna go a step further and say it was closer to 2.
Oh yeah, it had to have been.
Yeah, but here he is. He knows he's got to do something. You know, he sees, what is he doing? Oh, he's gonna make room for the tank. So now he's gonna go ahead and load up these 3 tanks, and this has got to do damage. I mean, the turret's coming down, or the sensor tower's coming down. It's not gonna be done before this drop hits. But everything is out of position. The Raven and the Banshee will help. There is no stim, actually, for Workhorse yet. He hasn't finished it. It's only half done. So these tanks, oh my god, if it flies in, he needs to fly in and boost in now. He drops in now. Instantly, Workhorse sees it. The tanks dropped as he siege him up. He does siege one up, sieges the second one up, sieges the third up. Oh my god, and the building placement's actually going to work against Workhorse. All of his units are going to funnel into this, and holy cow, somehow I think Catalyst might be able to actually take this, engage him properly. Without the stim, though, holy cow, his entire army evaporated. I don't know how he survived that. The units lost tab is in Workhorse's favor somehow.
He barely took any damage at all.
Oh, I know. That was really messed up. I mean, he got scanned again. He knows exactly where the guy's army's at. I mean, and now Workhorse sees that there's no army here at all. I mean, he's got infantry. That's all he has. He has nothing to deal with. He doesn't have a Raven. So those Banshees, the Banshee's going to get infinity kills. So there's the Hellion to scout this, or the Hellion's out here to scout this, but there is just no way that this Banshee is not going to get away with some kills. The mine's going to go down, but the Raven will easily see that. The tank is within range of the mine, so when the Raven moves up, it'll actually be able to take out the mine. Oh, I don't know. This really doesn't look good.
I mean, he's 60 supply behind. It all goes back to that supply block. That was his biggest mistake.
Yeah, that was absolutely huge. I mean, he didn't have the production buildings up in time. You know, and you look at this now, and I mean, this just is not. This is a battle that I don't think he can win. That he's getting contained right now by tanks, and so he throws a scan down. He at least sees where the army's at, but look at the reinforcements just streaming across the map.
Yeah,
and with one medevac, yeah, and with one medevac full of marauders, that's not a lot. I mean, he needs at least 3 medevacs to be able to do. Oh no, he's going to drop on top of the tank. That's not a bad idea, but he does snipe the tank, which is good, but the medevac loses, and he loses kind of the rest of his army, and he loses his own medevac. I mean, he goes out here stim. He doesn't see the second tank, so the Marauders do focus fire. That's actually a good thing. The +1 is actually in Catalyst. Actually, hold on, is the +1 in his favor? No, actually, it's an even fight, but there's just too many units by Workhorse, and this is going to be too much for Catalyst, and GG's called. Wow. That actually did not go nearly as well as I'd hoped, actually, for our friend. I really wish better for Workhorse arms for Catalyst, but wow, that was excruciating to watch. That minute and a half of a supply block. Yeah.
I really thought that drop was going to do something a little better than what it did, and just didn't. And there you went.
Hey, I'm back. No, I came back though. I'm back. It did relog me back in. It's struggling, but it's doing it. I think part of the thing is that whenever I have to view the score screen, it's got to load everyone else's crap. But I am Hold on, it's still attempting to join the chat channel. I did reconnect. So my game totally didn't like bork me, but I did reconnect. I don't have to type my password in. I still don't know what the problem is. Like, I really have no idea what causes this issue. Like, I wish I could show you guys my router settings, but I have tried to fix this several times, including using QoS that specifically gives priority to that. And by the way, for a fire drill, Pluto's been gone a really long time.
I'm back though.
Oh, you are?
There
okay.
he is.
Yeah. No, I just got back, like, as the game finished, so... how did that go? Because that took stupidly long for a fire drill.
I just literally took the words right out of my mouth. Workhorse took it 2-0. Sorry. Yeah, Workhorse took it 2-0.
The Catalyst supply blocked himself for a minute and a half and didn't have any depots in production. Fell like 40 supply behind within 9 minutes.
And actually, I want to see just how long that supply block actually was. So I'm actually going to go into... let's see that match we just did. Oh, because of the disconnection, I don't have the data. It says error on the...
I got an error too.
You did? Oh, it's probably because I disconnected us. Because I'm derp. By the way, welcome SwiftRH to the chat. Awesome, good to see you. Sorry about the issue with the not maximized screen. I always forget that. I really need to have like a key, like a button that just automatically does that for me because I forget quite often. So I'm sorry. I did get the second half of that match. Ooh. So let's go back in this ESL chat, see what's going on. Let's take a... Hey, Regret, why don't you give us a recap of the bracket so far?
Oh, sure. One moment, please, sir. ESL.com. Failcaster didn't have it open.
God, you're a terrible human being. You should die.
Hey, at least my client didn't crash game 1.
Whatever. Everyone has that happen. It's Battlenet 2.0.
Shots fired.
I mean, I could say something else, but it usually involves vulgarity, and this is supposed to be at least a PG-13 stream, right?
Yeah, we want to be some nice people, right? Alright.
Nice people, he says.
Alright, let's see. Workhorse just beat Catalyst. He's going to be against Zappa in the quarterfinals. That should be coming up. Shards and Zeke both advanced to the quarterfinals. Zeke took out Zane. And still waiting on tearing it up in Ajax.
Yeah, and you and I have casted Zane. We actually casted Zane for quite a while in the last, was it the Open? I think it was the Open.
I think it was the Open as well.
So Zeke taking him out.
Yep, Zeke took him out. He should be playing Shards right now, or getting ready to. So
hey, for this, don't add me to the party, guys. Just add me to the... Just invite me. Yeah, just invite me to the game. I want to see if the party piece is the problematic piece. And I don't know why my nose is itching so badly. Like it's underneath it. But if I go to scratch it on stream, it's gonna look like I'm picking my nose. So I gotta like itch it every other way, so it's like obvious I'm not like hunting for gold.
Here we go. Marine God versus Workhorse now.
Yeah. Oh no, it's Marine God versus. Oh, is it?
Yep. Marine God is Zappa. Marine God is Zappa.
For those of you guys, I know I'm gonna say this a while just because I'm experimenting to see if YouTube will avoid muting my stream, but when I have Monster Cat in the background. But I'm currently listening to Pegboard Nerds, and the song is called "How You Feelin'." And by the way, how you feelin', StarCraft fans? You guys like StarCraft? Come on. If you're not just watching this casually, because the only people who watch things casually are League players. Oh, shots fired.
Hashtag no skill game.
No, that would be Dota.
Dota takes a lot more skill than League.
You know what? You know what my one frustration with Dota is, and the thing is, I think that. I tried to play it, and I like the fact that that it's not okay. Heroes of the Storm bothers me because it's all Blizzard characters, right? It's all like stuff that I've retreaded, and I'm kind of not interested in. At least Dota kind of like tries. At least the characters are like, well, we're gonna give you 110 heroes, but at least the character picture looks different. But the one thing I can't do is there's no free look for the mouse. You have to do like the edge scrolling, like you do in StarCraft, because there's no like hold down a button and drag the map where your screen where you want it to go. And that was the part I actually couldn't get used to in Dota because I'm not used to doing it in StarCraft.
You can't use the minimap at all?
No, you can use the mini. No, okay, you can't use the mini map to like click and drag on the mini map. Or if you hold down the middle mouse button in StarCraft, wherever your cursor's at, you can just drag the mouse until like your mouse hits like something on your desk, right? You can just keep going.
Right.
Those two features don't exist in Dota.
Oh.
And you can't click on the mini map to move your camera instantly to that location in Dota either.
That's
Who is
different.
offline in the party?
I'm not. No, I'm offline. I'm not in the party. Kick me from the party. I don't want to be in it.
Ah.
Yeah, kick me from the party and just invite me to the match itself. So, and this goes for all these matches. Do not invite me to the party.
All right, I'll be right back in 2 seconds while we're loading it, but I'm ready to go.
All right.
Invite the game. We just gotta get everybody to accept the invite, and we should be good. We're still waiting on, I think, 2 people to accept the invite. So I hope Regret accepted before he left. But we still got Workhorse and Marine God to accept. There we go. Everybody accepted. So we can get you in here.
Yeah, remember, do not put me in the party. All right, yeah.
And Workhorse and Marine God. It looks like we're good. So we're about to head to game number 1 of a TVT best of 3.
Yeah, and you know what? By the way, for those of you guys who don't, who maybe don't have a Twitch account out there, and you guys are just passively watching because you've got it on your mobile, or you're just doing whatever, you're just flipping through, seeing what this Twitch craze is all about. Maybe you want to know what the what website generates the 3rd most traffic on the internet, and the only 2 things that beat it are YouTube and Netflix. So,
Didn't know that.
it's what's up there, like it's in the top 5. Hulu might be competing too, but then I think like one of the other 5th ones is like some weird site like Alibaba, something like you wouldn't think of, or something crazy. It's not Alibaba, but I'm just using it as an example, as a site that you don't think of that would be high up there. But anyway, guys, go ahead and create a Twitch account. I recommend it just because then if you do run into people that either you want to interact with or whatever, you just go ahead and type, you can go ahead and type in the chat if you have a Twitch account. Also, it allows you to follow us if you like what we do, and all you gotta do is click that little heart icon down in the corner. It's green. It's wait a minute. It's red if you're not following us. It's green if you are following us. So go ahead and click the follow button for myself, for Pluto up here on his stream, which is /Pluto SC2, or Regret, which is over here, and he is Regret SC2 _.
Actually, yeah, SC2 Pluto, not Pluto.
Sorry,
SC2.
SC2 Pluto. Sorry.
But yeah, either way. Regret. Wait, you said Regret SC2 _.
Yeah, that's his Twitch. That's
Yep.
his Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. So here we go. Heading into game number 1. Oh boy. So Workhorse took care of Catalyst there. Pretty easy. No big deal to him. What do you think about Marine God? How does he stand? What are his chances against Workhorse?
I have never cast a Marine God, so maybe he'll do something wonky. And usually when, a Workhorse, like I said, we've streamed him quite a bit, so you'll tend to, if you watch the stream, then his replays and his matches are easily available. So if you've seen that, he might do something tricky. Like he might try to do just a proxy 1-Rax, which is enough to sort of push a build out of Workhorse and force him to do one thing while still continuing a 1-1-1 in your main base. So, because you can really do a 1-1-1 fast Banshee with a proxy 1-Rax just to go ahead and keep the other guy in his main and not expanding. So it is possible to do something like that. And so maybe we'll see something tricky and unique like that. But before we get to that, currently we've got some players to introduce. And why don't you 2 homies go ahead and take care of that for me?
Alrighty.
You going or I going?
Yeah, you can go.
Spawning up in the top left. It's our Red Terran. Took his first game pretty much with ease. It's Workhorse.
Yeah, I thought you were eating, so wanted to take that off your hands. But I got the bottom right hand side, the challenger, playing for DHZ Pro. It is Marine God.
Oh, have you seen his icon? It says Death Zone.
Yeah, Death Zone.
That's like the name of like a metal band.
Yeah.
That's
like
pretty sweet.
Death Zone. Death Zone. I don't know. Sorry, I probably just insulted like an entire country with that because knowing my luck, like Death Zone is like all of Trinidad and Tobago's StarCraft players or something.
Yeah, right.
With both players going for the gas first here.
Yeah, so what this means is the gas first is if you go gas before racks, this is always going to be fast factory of some kind. The reason why you'll do this is the gas first allows you to produce just enough gas to not only make a factory, but then snowball that into making any other gas-heavy thing you want to, whether it's a starport and Banshees or whether it's multiple tank production. You can also go ahead and do double Hellion production from this as well, because going gas first will give you just enough gas to be able to throw it on a factory, a reactor, and an orbital command literally all in the same second. So this is where the most versatility comes from in Terran, is when you go gas first. If you go gas after racks, you really have to go Reapers, and that's kind of it.
Yeah, here we go. Both players just getting a scout of their opponent, seeing the same exact build. The question is, are we going to see Cloaked Banshees?
Yeah, and that is going to be an interesting thing. So, Regret, you play Zerg, and I know that's not necessarily pertinent here, but why don't you tell us about your feelings on Cloaked Banshees?
Is that a real question?
Yes. Yeah, because, I mean, I don't know. I kind of like Cloaked Banshees against Zerg.
You kind of like... You know, well, I kind of like Banes against your wall. So, I mean, I guess what's fair is fair. I hate Cloaked Banshees with a passion because I've always been told don't prepare for something you don't know for a fact is coming. So I don't.
True.
I can't get the scout in, so I don't build the spores, and I never have a lair by the time. If he goes fast Banshees, I don't have a lair in time.
Hey guys, look at this. Identical builds, with the exception of the Marine God. It happens to be supply blocked, but how do you like that? They literally went a 1-1-1. The Tech Lab comes down on the factory for Workhorse as predicted. I'm still looking for where the Tech Lab is going to go down here. He might be waiting for this Marine and then throw a Tech Lab.
He's going to do drops with that Widow Mine. He's going to probably build 2 Widow Mines, get a medevac out, and do a little bit of drop play. So it looks like it is going to be Cloaked Banshees out of Workhorse, and yeah, like you were saying, like when I play Zerg, like you were saying, Regret, I just hate Cloaked Banshees, so I sort of employ a different strategy. I just put down spore crawlers in every game, in every match. I just put down a couple of one spore crawler in each base, and even if there's like DTs or something.
Did you guys catch that? Workhorse actually scanned the base, saw that there was a mine out just sitting there, and that there was no Tech Lab, and he instantly canceled his Banshee and started building a Raven to be able to spot that mine.
Good choice. He's going to be able to detect that. He's not going to have to use a scan. And Raven actually has quite a bit of utility later in the game. Like, you can use it for quite a few things. So,
you can. The biggest thing I use against Terran is I'll use it for the PDD to try to get a drop in. So you'll throw the PDD down, you'll try to get the Raven out before he gets taken out, and then you'll boost in like a medevac, a moving drop of Marines or something that instantly gets stimmed, and you get a few workers for your efforts, even if there's multiple turrets in the base. But here's the everyone check this out. Here comes the drop coming slowly across the mid-map.
Yeah, I mean, look, Workhorse is completely prepared for this. He's switching his factory onto that Tech Lab. He's making a reactor on his barracks. He should be throwing down an expansion pretty soon. He's saving up for it, and he should be perfectly fine against this drop. It's only 1 medevac.
Yeah. In the meantime, I mean, there's more than enough units here. I mean, there was one mine. I mean, oh, he spots the Raven. Does he drop? He tries to drop the mine, and is it going to get a hit off? Oh, it does, but it targets the Marines and the worker line. It almost does nothing. The medevac has still got 2 units, but only about half its health. It boosts out of there about as quickly as it possibly can. And then the units lost tab, that was not a lot. I mean, both players are only down 5 units total, and it's pretty much even on resources. So no one really losing anything expensive or anything really like, keep them down. If you look at the income tab, they're only 2 workers apart, basically. Their incomes are nearly identical. You know, I mean, this is... basically a mirror match, with the exception that Marine God has decided that, yo, bro, YOLO, here comes the Cloaked Banshee in your face.
Yeah, he switched it up there, but he only got 3 workers from that. So that's not exactly what you want, especially since he invested into making that. So he's actually going to be behind on workers, right? Workhorse spent less. Oh, and wow, Workhorse even has a Viking out now to spot that Banshee. Let's see if it does. Looks like the Banshee gets a little bit lucky and scoots past that right there. Cloak is about to finish, so here we go.
Oh, Regret. Here's what you get to watch. You get to watch a Banshee die a horrible death because he doesn't have cloak yet. Oh, he does have cloak, but he didn't use it. Oh, because he sees the Raven, he's probably like, it's not worth it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I waste the energy.
Exactly.
Well, either way, he actually gets out with that, and Workhorse has his expansion up faster. He has faster tank production. I like his spot here. I really do.
I mean, Regret, you got to chime in here. I know you don't know much about TVT, but this is where you learn what we do, and then you're like, oh, now how do I beat that? By the way, all these builds that are happening, Regret, we have to do the same thing basically versus Zerg in a lot of these cases, with the exception of the Raven.
Yeah, I don't see Ravens a lot, like, at all. Almost never.
No, I'm coughing. Sorry.
My issue is I have a 90% win rate versus Terran. So, like, I know how to beat these things, I just don't... I don't know, I just usually don't let it get to that point, if you catch my drift.
It's okay, I mean, because, you know, we can mech all day long.
Huh?
We can mech all day long, and one of these days I gotta play you like in a show match at some point. We need to have like a caster show match.
Yeah, you mech, I leave.
You mech, I leave. Oh, that could. Fine. You know what? I'm just gonna go all tanks, and I can do all tank production all day long, and then switch to Thors and have a nice day.
Say, if you go all tank all day long, I'll go mass Meta. It's fine.
It won't matter because here's the thing. So the other thing about the 1-1-1 build is you don't have to go 1-1-1. You can go 1-1 add-on. So for the same amount of money you build a starport, you can build a armory. And they take the same amount of time to build, 60 seconds. So by the time I can have a Cloak Banshee, I can have Thor and tank production coming out.
That is true.
So
which sucks for Zerg, but...
It does, but I guess the thing is, when you look at that sort of matchup, it's like, that's sort of the versatility, because see, unlike like Zerg and Protoss, where you guys, I guess you do have to have additional buildings, like you need a Robo, right? To be able to make like Colossus and stuff, and in your case, you guys need like the Infestation Pit and the Hive to get to sort of your higher tech things. We can branch off our tech and enhance our current tier of tech at every level, and I think that's the one advantage that Terran has, is versatility.
Yeah, you guys got like 0.5 tiers, and we just have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. You got like tier 2.5.
I know, and you'll hear like other Terran players argue. It's like, really, is a Raven a tier 2 or a tier 2.5? Because it uses a lot of gas. And I'm like, does it really matter? You're making stuff out of a starport, which is the 3rd unit. Okay, it's tier 3. A Banshee, a Viking, a Medevac, technically tier 3.
Or in the case of Protoss, you have tier 1 units and you have tier 3 units and 0 tier 2 units.
Yeah, you know, I don't know why they even have Protoss in the game at all. It's just a shitty race.
Terran and Zerg.
Yeah.
You can add a new 3rd race if you want. Just like
make immortals, make sentries, win games. That's all you need.
Bontame, welcome to the stream, by the way, and he says Terrans should get Raven just for creep removal instead of wasting scans, in your opinion. Yes, I agree. Now, the thing is that the Ravens, I will say this, though, that if you use your energy solely on minerals, you end up with a huge bank of minerals that then you can't spend, because then you have to build a bunch of extra buildings, and that's not making units. So usually you're just like, hey, look, let's go ahead and you know, I say make the Ravens, but sometimes using a scan is a more effective. Plus, also, you can't spam Ravens all over the map. You can spam scans all over the map to find their army, which is usually what you use scans for, to be honest.
Yeah, I understand why you would want to use Ravens for creep removal to save the scans, but I couldn't tell you the last time I saw a Raven in a CVT.
Yeah, I mean, they're common. Like, having one is fine, but making sure you always have Raven production, that's not as good. I mean, really, to be honest, by the time you get to the point where you've got to clear away that much creep, you're on 3-4 bases of Terran, hopefully, and you've got, you know, 3-4. You got 3 command centers and probably a planetary somewhere, so you've got the scans. But
yeah,
here it is. Here's a battle engaging. Okay, Workhorse throws down the tanks. He does see what's going on. Scans are going down to actually find out where everyone's at on this map. You know, I mean, Marine God does not want to walk into this. I mean, the tanks, he's right at the fringe. He does go ahead and try to take the engagement. He's going to go and move up this hill. He does get a few shots of his tanks off, but they're just as simply more army supply for Workhorse to the tune of 20. Actually, yeah, almost, well, I guess it's 15, but it's enough.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
And his upgrades are, but although I will say that Marine God has a better upgrade.
He does have better upgrades, but worse positioning, I think. Workhorse has so many tanks. He has 6 tanks. You're only 2 out of Marine God. So that's going to be the major problem. A large section of his army is at home, including 3 tanks which are just chilling at home. So Workhorse can actually just stem forward here, kill a lot of this off, including one of those tanks.
Yeah, what really Marine God really needs to do here is Marine God needs to go ahead. Oh, he does manage to level most of the Marines, but he gets in too close to the tanks, and the tanks can go ahead and actually evaporate this. And suddenly Marine God goes from having an army to not so much.
Yeah, he still has these couple of tanks at home, though. If I was Workhorse, I would try to drop on top of that or something like that.
2 tanks and, what, 10 Marines?
Oh, and he pulls the one tank up to try to move it to the low ground. Such a terrible idea. It had a great position up there.
Yeah, that was a good position, I think.
Yeah, and it wasn't, and you couldn't really snipe it with the with Marauders because it's too far away.
Oh, this third base though, that is dead.
Oh, that is absolutely no mas. This is the pain, Regret. Constantly getting your third removed.
Yeah.
Oh, the tanks. He does move in with tanks up front, but the other tanks that Marine God has are taking a lot of damage, and there just simply aren't enough Marines here to do anything. There is a small window of opportunity where we can kill off these extra tanks, but it looks like with the reinforcement of Marines, it's going to be 5 tanks versus a handful of Marines, and that's just going to be too much, and GG is called.
Once you get inside the natural with a bunch of tanks and Marines, that's just too much DPS. You don't have any time to position or anything.
No, not that. Can't spend minerals, make more Raven Marines, Hellbats, Orbitals. Yes, and by the way, Bontame, if you're gonna go mass, if you're gonna use all your if that is a good spending on your extra minerals, and that's exactly how Terran ends up turning into mass planetary fortress and mech, because we can make a whole bunch of Hellions and keep harassing, but at the same time then build extra command centers. Then we can do whatever the hell we want with. We can make more orbitals, or we can make more whatever. And I'm gonna leave the game and see if I get disconnected. Maybe. Hold on. Does it reconnect? I did reconnect. Yay! And I have the team stream, which means I can look at the score summary again. So if you look at the army value here, guys, and I'll have to enlarge this so the viewers can see. What basically right around the I don't know, it looks like the 5-minute mark or so. You can see, actually it's not that, it's on the 500-second mark, correction. You can see where Marine God just simply didn't have his army. It's kind of stalled for a little bit, and that was just enough. And if you look at this graph, Workhorse just simply chipped away at it as much as he could. As far as upgrade, I mean, Marine God always had the upgrade advantage, but Workhorse just had the superior force. And they say that it's the 3-to-2 principle. So if you have 3 units to every 2 units of his on, and you have a single upgrade advantage, then you will defeat. Then it's supposed to end in a draw. If you have more than that, then you will win. And I think that that's what happened in this case, is that he had slightly more than that 3-to-2 principle.
Yep, probably. You know, and that's one thing that we've seen out of Workhorse in the past. However, looks like our next map is going to be Cactus Valley.
Cactus Valley?
That's actually one of my favorite maps now, out of this new map pool.
Really?
Yeah, I really like it. Hated it last season, love it this season.
Exactly. It's like, I think, here's my theory, right? Because I hated it last season too. I think all they did was they took all of the maps they gave us last season, took out the best maps, and added a bunch of even worse maps.
Yeah, and I think what I think they should do is they continue to. I think they should really go ahead and keep the favorited and best maps from the last season, and then give us the absolute worst maps they possibly can for the rest of the tournament. I really think that what they need to do is we just need to have 6 shitty maps and 1 good map, and those 6 shitty maps should basically all be just a flat open square with minerals in each corner and no terrain, because I really think that would be the most efficient way to piss off the player base.
I mean, what were we talking about the other day? You could what was it, Scrap Station? Bring back Scrap Station 2.0?
Yeah, no, actually I think we should have Scrap Station 3.0. Every base is an island.
No, I lose.
Yeah, no, you don't lose. It makes you make Overlord speed and take Overlord speed and Ventral Sacks, and it makes Zerg play interesting.
That's true, but
I don't mind that. I don't mind like island-based thing, because you know, Protoss. First of all, Protoss is gonna have to build a Warp Prism like right away, and then you know, it just makes the rest of the games pretty interesting. Like you know, Zerg has the option. Am I gonna just Muta Rush and stay on one base, like one base Muta Rush? That'd be an interesting option. Or am I gonna start?
But how fast can you get to Mutas? I thought 9 minutes was like the fastest you could get to Mutas if like that's what you gunned for off of one base. And I don't even know if the one base is the most optimal way to get fast Mutas.
9 minutes is pretty fast.
I've seen a 9-minute and 17-second Muta push.
That's a pretty fast Muta push, to be honest. But yeah, usually Zergs do go for expansions, but island-based maps sounds pretty cool. So
yeah, I lost my ass to that 9-minute Muta push. That's why I remember it.
Well, we're not gonna see any Mutas in this game, are we?
No, we aren't. No, by the way, why don't you go ahead and start us off with our top right top right Pluto, our top right player Pluto.
Sure, spawning in the top right for DHZ Pro, it is Marine God.
Regret.
Oh, and all the way down at the bottom right of Cactus Valley, it's our Purple Terran workhorse. He's really tearing it up pretty good.
No pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended.
Alright, give me 1 second. I actually have to run to my kitchen just for a hot second here, so we're going to stare at workhorse for a minute. You guys talk what you want.
Well, not much is happening anyways, so hopefully his break won't take as long as my fire my fire escape thing.
We both know DJ's going to grab a beer. He will be back and probably back now.
And that is the only option. Looks like both players going for the exact same build that we saw in that last game. Just the gas first into barracks. Unfortunately, Workhorse is scouting in the right direction, Marine got in the wrong direction. So just not catching a break, but yeah.
Is it just me, or does everybody always go counterclockwise?
Happens a lot.
GG. Might as well quit. That's it. Game over.
GG. You scouted me first.
Well, here's the thing. Actually, this is not a bad thing. So here's the deal. So the thing is, when you're looking at a mirror match, you know exactly when you're going to send the worker and how fast your worker moves. So by the fact that this scout is here, like you can basically infer from that timing that Marine God, or that where workhorse is located.
Yeah, he can't be cross map.
Yeah, I mean, because cross map would take too long to get there.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing, but both players going for the factory once again. The only thing is Workhorse knows about his opponent's build. Marine God not so much just yet, but yeah, he should have been able to infer that it was cross maps just from the timing of that SCV. But he's not going to be able to get into that base just because of that Marine now. So I wouldn't even mind him just taking it back home. Like if he goes into the base, he knows he's going to lose it. But looks like the second gas is on the way for Workhorse. And I'm interested to see what he's going to do in this game. Yeah, so look, that's exactly what Marine God does. He just takes that CV home. He knows that it's not going to be able to get into his opponent's base.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing to do. If you've got a worker and it's not working, that's money you're losing.
It's not working.
I mean, it's called a worker. It should be working it. You know, get on that pole, girl, sort of thing, you know?
All right, make them dollar bills. Pay your way through college.
Exactly. By the way, I have actually met one woman that was a dancer like that was actually in college. She did finish her degree and became a teacher, and she was teaching in elementary school at one point, the last I knew. So there is one person out there who's, quote, working for college, but actually she was doing it. And she had a kid, too. She had a 6-year-old kid that she was raising as well at the same time.
Wow.
There's two. I know one. Her name is Lucky, if you would. She has recently returned to her bad ways, and
it makes more. Yeah, I'll tell you, you earn more money doing that than you do as a teacher. Just putting that out there.
That's why she went back.
I mean, seriously, like, let's just say that without any of the illegal activities, just the legal ones, like you can make something like $250,000 a year.
That's better than teachers.
Most tenured teachers are somewhere around 80 grand. And $250,000 is $250,000, which is approximately 3 times that.
Wow.
And like, if you're in Vegas, the sky is the friggin' limit. I mean,
Pluto, you just blew Pluto's mind. He's gonna start working on his abs and learning some sick dance moves.
We're gonna have to call him Magic Mike then afterwards.
Yeah, I know, right? He's gonna go to Chippendale.
Oh, and look at this! The Banshee passes the drop, and so the drop is gonna fall right into Workhorse's base. There's nothing here to deal with it. Oh, the mine actually nearly kills everything, but it doesn't kill the medevac because the medevac has infinity armor versus mines. And so here it is. These Marines are actually gonna be able to kill all these other Marines, and Workhorse is kind of like, F this, yo, I'm out.
That was a little bit of a preemptive GG. I think he took the Marines, focused the medevac. All the medevacs there are stuck. and then you get that one Raven out. Maybe you can put down a turret or something. Even fight with your SCVs. Your Banshee is going to do so much work across the map.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what that was? I think that was more of like literally, it's like, have you guys ever watched Seinfeld? And you know who Elaine is and how she does that dance? That's like that really screwed up dance, you know?
Right.
That's sort of like what I see him doing.
College?
Probably. I mean, she probably did. I mean, she was Jerry's friend, and you had friends like Kramer and George Costanza. Hell, I probably would have done that to pay my way through college just to get away from those guys. All right, do I disconnect? Hold on. Do I reconnect though? I don't think I reconnected. No, I think I did DC this time. I think it went. Oh, you know what? I know why it went. It's very finicky. Hold on. I have to remove something, which is that. And then log back in again.
DJ with the technical problems.
I have this thing. Well, at least my PC's not dying in the middle of the stream anymore. I did fix that, which is the bigger issue.
Was that the overclock?
That actually it was a double. So here's the thing. So there's something you guys should know that I had overlooked and completely forgotten about in my overclocking process. And what it is when you overclock a PC, you're not just overclocking. If you just go in and turn the multiplier up, you're also overclocking your memory. So if you overclock your well, because the memory has to keep up with it, right? So once you cross a certain threshold in your CPU overclock, the motherboard automatically overclocks the memory to keep up with it. Well, I had pushed my CPU so far that the memory no longer could keep up with it, and so I actually had to downclock my memory so that when I overclocked the CPU, it overclocked the memory to within its technical specification. Still.
I see.
No, I don't want to be in a party.
Oh, whoops. My bad.
Don't put me in a party.
I clicked the wrong invite. Should have invited you to the game, but
Okay.
I said yesterday I kicked him from party instead of promoting him to leader.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm telling you, that was part of the thing is we had to cast on the European server though yesterday or on Sunday.
Oh, why? Was NA down?
It was Bly and who was it? Bly.
Slayer's
and...
Arthur.
No, they were the semis.
It was two Europeans. Who's the other one? Damn.
Revolution.
Yeah, that's it. He was the Brit.
And they're both from Europe, so
yeah.
Why are Europeans winning the North America ESL tournament?
Because they're insomniacs, college students, losers, don't have lives. I don't know. They're pro gamers, and that's all they do. One of those probably works.
Yet they all fit.
Yes, they do. And by the way, so this series is 1-1. Production tab is open, and I maximize the screen, and the names are on the screen, and I have the score in the corner, and it's a correct score. I did everything right, guys.
Wait, did you stop Monster Cat? Because
yes.
Nice.
I actually did all the things, and that's probably the only time that'll happen during this stream, people.
Jay is finally 5 for 5.
I know. What is that? No, is it actually 5? I thought it was 4 of 4. Whatever. I'm probably 5 of 4 right now, anyway.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, someone did the extractor trick this Terran, so they're actually 12 of 11 right now.
Well, you get the privilege, the reward of introducing our pink Terran player.
You're right. Thank you. I actually hate you for that, Pluto. But in the upper right-hand corner, it's the guy who currently forced a rage quit out of our normally emotionally stable workhorse. It is Marine God.
And all the way over in the top left of my favorite map of all time, it's our Purple Terran Workhorse. Does anybody else love Iron Fortress?
Actually, you're gonna laugh. So this one and Inferno Pools, despite the fact that I hated them both, last season were my highest win percentages.
I just want to direct everybody's attention to the center of the map, Zelnaga Tower area.
Hold on, is the map bug going to occur? Is that? Oh, they're not going to go down there. I hate it when you do it and the map bug takes your worker and puts it down in the center. Which actually, it looks like that's exactly what it's doing for Marine God. Yeah,
that's exactly what happened. He goes down to the center, but right past that Zerg logo.
Yep.
Yeah, you definitely have to like click your workers across the map so it doesn't go down to the center. I still have no idea why that happens, but
it doesn't in Legacy of the Void too. It's a map. It's a map thing.
Huh. Interesting.
I don't know.
Still not as bad as Terraform's pathing.
Terraform. Oh my god.
It's still not as bad as Bridgehead as a map. Cough, cough. I'm sorry, but this is the one epithet I'm gonna drop. You know what? Fuck that map.
Dude,
I hate that
Bridge
map.
Head doesn't bother me as much as Dash and Terminal does. I hate Dash and Terminal so much.
Dash and Terminal sucks for Zerg because of the cross-map Reaper harass. It's just too easy.
Dash and Terminal sucks for everybody.
No, it doesn't. It's awesome for Terran.
Wait, I actually, it's good because, you know, as a Terran player, you can just take the gold base. That's
and then lift up and float away, and you still get to save your base.
Yeah.
I know. I like it too.
Dash Terminal is very upsetting. It's horrible.
Do you have to have therapy after you play on Dash and Terminal, Regret?
No, because I vetoed it.
Oh, well, you know what? Then I'm assigning every tournament you're ever in to have a 3v3 that is just 3 straight Dash and Terminal sessions.
Yeah, right. I think I might have played it once. You know what? Actually, I did play it once, and after I got out of the game, I was like, "Screw this," and I vetoed it right away. I didn't want to play it twice. It was so bad.
The only reason why I still play all the maps is just simply because when I'm in a tournament situation, I at least want to know where the cheese occurs, so that I can go look for it and defend against it. I'm still gonna lose on those maps, but I'll go look for the cheese, and I'll be like, all right, he's not cheesing. I get to lose in a straight up macro battle. Yay!
See, the reason that I want to play Dash and Terminal now, I still haven't vetoed, but I'm thinking about unvetoing it because I want to play a Terran that does that build where he goes to the gold base, and I just want a cannon rush like Huck did on the top, so that it hits like the SCVs on the bottom, and you can't go back because of the cannons, and there's actually nowhere else to like float your base to, so it's actually like you're just stuck as a Terran player.
Workhorse misses the drop that's coming from Marine God that's coming cross-map right now. I mean, he's got some units to defend against it, but I don't know if he's got enough units. It seems like maybe intuitively he just seems to be responding because he doesn't see anything in the base. But these two Hellions are going to wreck these Marines, so this is not really a positive way to do it. And once again, we see Banshee versus Drop. So the Drop actually goes ahead and makes it up here. Oh, wow, he moves his units out of the way by accident, and the drop does happen. The mine goes down. There's no detection. The mine is going to get a piece of this action here. Oh, and it only manages to get 1 kill. Wow, disappointing.
Yeah, that was very strange that mine didn't get more damage done.
It did manage to hurt. It hurt 2 other workers, but just not enough.
Yeah, not enough.
Yeah. I thought there was going to be a lot of dead SCVs after that.
Pluto and I think, have casted the most amazing mine drop in the history of mine drops about 2 months ago, where it was a TVP, and I kid you not, 3 mines wiped out an entire base of workers. It killed all 20. It killed. Well, hold on. So no, total base of workers is 30 workers. It killed 29 workers.
Except for the one that was in the gas.
Yeah, like
in the single one in gas that didn't get killed.
It was
Does anybody still have that replay?
Yeah.
It's on my VODs. It's on my highlights.
I gotta check it out.
It is the most amazing thing because it's literally that joke where, oh, here it is. The turret's there. The Banshee's actually going to go ahead and have to fight with the Marines. Oh!
The Widow Mine.
Yeah, the Widow Mine. Okay, so Widow Mines don't die, or Banshees don't die to Widow Mines, but the Marine that died to the Banshee did enough damage that the Widow Mine cleaned out the hit points of that Banshee. In the meantime, yeah. What's that? What's that in the other base, guys?
Oh, Banshee harass. Quote, Banshee harass. Wonderful.
And guess what a Banshee kills? Infinity Marines. Well, unless he gets back into the corner like that, apparently.
Right.
Well, he got 7 there. No,
yeah.
he got 4. My bad. 4.
Still, I mean,
4 Marines there.
Like, if you still look at it, I mean, technically, Marine God's ahead on units lost. I mean, it's 10-9 and 750 to 650. So I mean, these guys are still pretty even. Resources collection tab. I mean, in the income tab, you look. I mean, they're still even on workers. There is actually a slight increase for workers because I think he's got a mule and like 1 extra worker in his base or something like that. So yeah.
He has a faster natural too. That's gonna go into his favor.
1 second, guys. I'm trying to very carefully open a fruit cup, and everyone knows that when you pull these stupid like plastic little,
you shake the shit out of it.
Yeah, and you end up with like syrup all over yourself, right?
Yeah, it just squirts up. Yeah.
It's and the worst part is also soy sauces like that. For anyone who eats sushi, when you go to open like the soy sauce packet, like the one that doesn't open, what happens? You finally get it to tear, and the motion of it squirts soy sauce everywhere, and it stains everything. It's like ink you can drink.
And it never comes out, no matter what you do. You can wash it cold.
Well, no, that's not true. There is one thing that'll get soy sauce out, but you're not going to like what it is.
What is it?
If you throw up on the soy sauce, I know. I'm okay. So this is what happened, and this is the only reason why I know this works.
Oh my god!
You know how Fear Dragon does the 99% useless like SC2 facts or whatever.
Yeah.
You can do the DJ 99% useless DJ fact.
DJ, we can make that a segment on our show right after Truth Zone with Regret.
99% useless DJ fact.
Well, I know. You're only gonna use it literally. It'll be like seriously. That'll be like it's like I think I was talking to you, Regret, about the old Deep Thoughts with Jack Handy segments from. So that's similar to that. It's like one of those sorts of statements. It's like okay, it's like oh shit, DJ's telling a story again. don't drink right now, or else you're gonna spit it out.
Deep Thoughts with DJ Spectre. Jack says a nice ring to it.
It's actually Dumb Shit by DJ Spectre.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, the thing is though, yes, you can throw up on and it will get rid of it. The reason's because even though, yes, you're throwing up, you still have all the digestive enzymes in your... Oh my god! He meant to cancel units. Sorry, real quick here. Workhorse actually meant to cancel units and accidentally hit it too many times and canceled his building production.
It was almost done, too. It was so close to done.
You know what the worst part of that is when you do that and it's on the building that's almost finishing stim.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, right when it goes to do stim, you lift off is what happens. I've done that so many times.
Well, Workhorse is going to be very late on stem. And I believe stem's already done for Marine God. Yes, it is. And Marine God's coming across the map. He has 2 tanks here.
He's going to walk right into it. And guess what? Hellions just tickle tanks. They don't actually do anything useful.
He loads up into the medevacs, though. Let's see if he wants to drop. Okay, it looks like that was a misclick. He is going to just go back home. And, there is this sensor tower for Workhorse, so he's going to sense when the drops happen. But... meanwhile, he's just sitting pretty in his base. He's going to get up stem. He's going to start getting up more and more tanks and start getting up those upgrades. And that was the one thing that was going in Marine God's favor earlier. And Marine God is still at +1-1 to 0-0 of Workhorse. So that double eBay production on upgrades really paying off for Marine God here. Yeah, and the one thing else that Workhorse is doing, and this is very unusual for him, like he's not managing his workers very much. I mean, he's 25-24 on his natural, and he's 13 of 18, which is oversaturation for his main. So, I mean, he really needs to go ahead and move it out. He's at 1, 2, 3, No, 4, I think it's fine. He's almost made out in his main. He just needs to take his third faster. I think he already has it completed. He just needs to lift it out there, because if you leave 29-24, sure, you're oversaturated, but what happens if you just send him back to your main? You just mine out faster even. So it doesn't really make a difference, and since he's only, really has a capacity of 18, 13's probably fine. He just needs to lift that third out, like, right now. And, the good news is that, wow, but 35 of 24 is a little extreme, bro.
Yeah, it is. It's wow, I was about to say that. I was waiting for you guys to get done. He's still producing SEV, so. I
mean, I have a similar problem, because my thing was I just didn't ever make enough, and I was always like, oh, shoot, I only have, like, 2 half-saturated bases. So now my thing is, like, the way the muscle memory works is I hit my factories. I'm sorry, I hit my my barracks, make my units, then automatically the muscle memory goes to command center hotkey, make workers. So it's like this nice smooth movement. So at one point, like, I mean, I hate to say it, but like I'll end up, and I've had games where I've had like 110 workers.
Yeah. Looks like Workhorse is going to be able to saturate his second base, like, directly. Unfortunately, every worker is going to go back to the... okay, never mind. He does fix that.
Yeah, he caught him.
He caught him. It sucks when you send them all and they get there just a little bit before it finishes, and then they go all the way back. I'm not sure exactly how much minerals you waste there, but if every Marine or every SCV does it, you probably waste quite a bunch. So
and Marine actually got across the map.
Yeah, he's coming across. A couple of tanks really exposed here. I mean, Workhorse still has the better position because Marine God is the attacker, but defender's advantage here. Workhorse finally has 1-1, but Marine God about to get +2-2.
The good news is, though, for this, he runs the Hellions down, but then sees the whole army with the Hellions, which is actually a good way to sacrifice. And there's now 2 tanks. There's one tank that actually takes out one by Marine God. Marine God now stims up all the tanks. He doesn't see the other 2 tanks that magically appear. Like Lucky Charms, they're magically delicious, and those Marines are all nom 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 nom.
Where you getting this stuff at, man?
I don't know. I just talked about how you clean soy sauce off with a vomit, so just leave me alone. Anyway, this great concave by Workhorse absolutely pins down everything. All the medevacs except for 2 die, and one of them's going to be picked off again. All the attacks, and suddenly Workhorse now, or I'm sorry, Marine God finds himself in a very, very difficult position, as in the, like, no army position. Oh.
49 supply, which is really bad.
Yeah, and he doesn't have any tanks as well. Workhorse has a couple tanks with his army, and that adds so much splash here, especially against Marines. Marine God just not making it work with his Marines today. He's floating out his 3rd base into a very, very dangerous position. Workhorse doesn't know about it just yet. Oh, he might actually go check. No, he's just going to go for the kill.
Yeah, he doesn't matter. I mean, there's not enough Marines. The tanks aren't going to siege, but it's not going to matter because bloppity, bloppity, blop, there goes the tank shots, and that is going to have to be GG.
Yep, that's GG.
Well played.
Yeah, that's that. So, you know, good job to Workhorse for working it and advancing now to the, was that the semis? Is that
the
semis?
semis.
Yeah. I'll check the bracket real quick.
And I'm going to attempt to not lag out, which means I'm probably just going to, let's see, what else can I close on my machine that would be useful?
Let's see.
So,
we're still waiting on Ajax and Arthesius. I don't know, I don't read good. And Lesson Prevail and Workhorse just advanced. So I think we probably got a couple minutes for our next game.
Arthesios.
Arthesios, got it. Oh my god, I dropped.
You dropped? Haha, not me. Regret is the reason why I crashed. Boom, that's it. We found the problem. Regret, your internet's drunk. Go home.
GG no re.
I know.
Yeah, right? That never I never dropped, dude. It never happened.
Never. Well, you know what? So much for never. Come on,
yeah,
reconnect.
Never say never.
Hey, guess what? Guess what I didn't do?
Drop.
I'm still in the game. Neener.
Are you serious? Did I just drop?
I mean, I dropped out of the chat because it was a momentary lapse, but what's up, bro? How you doing? Come at me, bro.
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
Anyway, but yeah, so it looks like Zeke is in the other semifinal, and yeah, they're waiting on the battle between Ajax and Arthesius.
Yep, and we're also waiting on Lepsid versus Prevail. So pretty soon we'll be down to our final 4.
Go Lepsid, by the way. He's actually, what's funny is he played against Mr. Stork, who's another regular in the round of 16. He did overcome Mr. Stork, but both those guys are people on my friends list. So, you know, I should have wished you luck earlier, Mr. Stork, but I'll give it to you sort of posthumously. And Lepsid, come on, you can go through. You're representing the U.S. And holy cow, I just realized this. There was only, with Zappa knocked out, it is an All-American semifinal.
Oh, no kidding.
America.
So that means we have to start drinking now because it's the semis and America drinks.
I've been drinking.
Oh, no wonder your casting sucks. Oh, I'm kidding.
My casting always sucks, DJ. That's not a good insult. Oh.
You're like I can't. It's like I don't suck. I extra suck.
No, at least I know it. TBT, I'm just gonna shut the hell up.
That's fine. Actually, you know what? Are there any Zergs actually left in the tournament?
I hope. God, I hope.
Well, Zeke is a Zerg, I believe.
All right.
Hey, so go Zeke! Come on, buddy.
Well, no, he's in the semifinal. Why don't we just cast him?
Yeah, we'll cast him versus Ajax. Ajax won, I believe.
Oh, he did.
Arthesius says I played like trash in chat, which usually signals that there was some sort of loss going on.
The bracket just updated. Yes, it is. It's Ajax Zeke. You can almost combine those two names into one word.
All right, go ahead and get me in the party. I'm going to take 30 seconds to run to the restroom real fast while they do vetoes and all that fun stuff.
All right.
All right, I'll be right back.
Alrighty then, and I'm going to go ahead and redo this. Typically, when you want to copy something, you have to hit the copy button, Pluto. This is new to me.
I see.
Yeah,
So you're saying that if you don't click the copy button, you don't copy?
Yeah, I don't know why that is. I really thought that by hitting the paste button, it would copy it because, you know, Wacky Wednesday, backwards, Bro Tuesday. I don't know. I don't have anything for Tuesday. Yeah, I'm gonna stop now.
Let me go ahead and get Regret in here.
Yeah, he just stepped away for a hot minute or a hot second or a hot something. Maybe like a, hopefully not like, well, I was gonna say something really nasty. I'll actually post it in our little caster chat here so you can see it, and then you can go Google that, and then this is definitely not safe for work. If you know what that is, that will be impressive. Oh shit!
No idea.
You know what's funny? I hit up. Did that actually show? Oh, good, it didn't. Oh my god! I hit the chat window and I forgot that I did screen screen capture. So if I move the screen, whatever comes in its way, and I thought that everyone just saw that on Twitch. Do you know what that is though?
No idea.
Oh my god! It is one of the. Okay, now this hold on. I don't know how I'm gonna type this to you. I'll do it in the admin.
We'll just talk about it after the not safe for work segment.
Oh no, the not safe for work segment. All right. Now Regret's back, but now I'm stepping away for a hot second. It'll only be quick. Mine will be like 10 seconds.
I don't know. I think we've got at least 1 million people in this party.
Oh my goodness! Why are all? Oh, Oslord's casting it too. What is the gold one not?
I don't know who all these people are though. Like Silvertone, UI Star. I have no idea.
I don't know who UI Star is. I know Oslord.
Yeah, Oslord.
Yeah, I know Oslord. Oh, wait, Silvertone. Oh, he's different from HECL. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know who UI Star is or Silvertone.
All right, let's do this. Where is? Do I still have the? Yeah, hold on. I may disconnect for a second here, but I'm not. I'm gonna try not to. Pausing both of our streams. There we go. What I want to do is I just need to look at your. I need to be in your chat, Plutage.
Here we go. Getting you in. So, Cactus, Iron Dash, and Bridge remaining.
Here you go. I have the All-American semifinals beer here for everyone. Actually, I'm just doing it because it tastes better than water.
Damn it!
What? You forgot your beer.
Again. I'll be right back.
Oh. Oh yeah, hold on. Whoa. Get me the hell out of this. Wait a minute, where am I at? Am I in the is this a party?
Yo, I'm not the host anymore, so I can't just keep inviting you into the game. So
holy crap, there are so many people in this party.
I don't know who all these people are. That's what I said.
don't know. And hold on. Maybe Zeke Beaver, Oslord. Maybe Oslord is casting. I thought Oslord was not casting today.
He was. I saw him in chat earlier asking for a cast.
For the Platinum Diamond?
No, for BSG. I guess maybe the BSG's either done or.
Because Passer was doing it also.
Yeah, where's Passer at? Maybe Passer crapped out again.
I don't know. He's had some really bad luck.
He has.
Yeah. So after what I'm gonna do is now that I've been invited to this, I'm gonna leave the party.
Look, if Pastor's still online, but
leave party. Oh shit! Send me the whatever.
Yes.
I canceled the game invite. No, so I was gonna go into the game, but it canceled the game invite because I left the party. So just tell them just invite me directly to the game. I can't be in a party because of my connection issues. Or suggest me again to the game, but I cannot be in a party. And especially not one that big. I will DC.
Yeah.
Hey, Slick James, what's up? No, it's Sick James. Welcome, Sick James, to the chat. How you doing?
What's going on, brother?
All right, there we go. Now we're joining. Super.
Hey, Oslord made silver. Sweet deal.
Nice.
Congratulations to Oslord. Promotions are always fun, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was bronze forever. I know he's trying hard, though, so that's good.
Yeah, I know.
He's been silver 4 times, I believe. Look, judging by his profile history, but I'm not sure if it's been recently or not, but definitely very, very good news.
I'm pretty sure he plays random, too, which honestly does make it a little bit harder.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how people are, like, Platinum, Diamond as random. Like, you'll see them and, like, they've got, like, an even distribution of wins and losses. I'm like, you're insane. Just pick a
There's
race.
so much to know about Terran and Zerg
Mhm.
that playing random just makes it incredibly difficult to get into a higher league.
I know.
And Protoss.
No. They're removing actually that race from the expansion. Actually,
They're moving what from the expansion?
well, the reason why it's called Legacy of the Void is because there's going to be a void. There's just no Protoss race in the game.
Yeah. Why do you think they weakened them so good multiplayer so nobody would play them anymore?
Yeah, come on. This is. I mean, yeah. God.
Literally everything they've done so far has been a detriment to Protoss.
I know.
Yeah.
They gave Banshees hyperflight rotors so they could fly away even faster. And they gave battle cruisers the ability to pull a Battlestar Galactica and blind jump somewhere. Like, what? Although, you know what? When I play Legacy of the Void, I don't do anything else. I don't care about the builds. I don't make any other units. I make battle cruisers and I jump into your base 100% of the time. And then Marines if I have extra money, but that's it.
I just go fast roach speedling and win.
Against battle cruisers, good luck with that because I can build a battle cruiser in the time you get those roaches to my base. Ha! Anyway, well, this is ZVP, so you guys get to do all the talking because I can't talk during this. I no.
Alright, well, spotting in the bottom right-hand corner of the worst map ever made, except for Dash and Terminal, it's our red Zerg, Zeke Beaver.
And in the top left-hand side, it's the blue Protoss player. For Team Gurn, it is absolute zero.
It's Guns and Roaches.
Oh, Guns and Roses. Gunner.
No, Guns and Roaches.
Guns and Roaches. They just played Chobo Team League Championship against... Who was it? Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head who it was, but they have a way more awesome logo than they do. But
Yeah.
GNR won. So
Actually, I'm pretty familiar with the Guns and Roaches. One of my friends here from Georgia is actually in that clan, and you know they always have the close T-shirts.
I'm in their practice chat to eventually join, but I just haven't done it yet for some reason. But yeah, I'm in their practice chat, so that's pretty cool.
Nexus first, and on the other side, Absolute Zero just canceling the hatchery as long as possible this probe, so it's gonna be spawning pool first.
I don't know when I like 3 hash before pool ZVP, but
For what reason? Like, what's the? I mean, is it just the fact that like you
takes
know
so
you're not gonna be able
long
to get in to kill him on only 2 hatch?
no, I mean you can, but it takes so long for Protoss to start up. If they're playing a macro game, you can do 3 hash before pool and have a bomb-ass economy.
Yeah, you can basically get away with it unless the Protoss can rushes you, right? That's like the only thing that, or proxy 2 gates. Like those are the only 2 things they can do that actually like really punish it. Yeah. So
either way, and actually, I think he heard you because he is taking a third. He's got it queued up, and he spritz his Zerglings up actually to go ahead and scout for QT little proxy pylons because he did see the worker sort of patrolling outside the natural earlier.
Yeah, he did get that Overlord to scout the front of the base, so he knows exactly what he's up against too. Zeke does know exactly what he's up against, and Absolute Zero, did as much as he could with that probe, and the Lings are just going around making sure there's no proxies, like you said, and pretty even game. I don't know why Absolute Zero has this probe sort of like patrolling at the front there. It sounds like
maybe because no, that's where you'd put like the Zerglings just out range of the front and then turn them into Banelings and rush them in.
That's a little early for that, anyways. But
well, no, because he went 3 base. But I mean, you could still. I mean, yeah. I mean, he did get a scout of the main, but he doesn't know if the guy got a late gas or what. So I mean, it's possible. And he did take a third. So I mean, you can get a lot of gas really quick with 6 geysers. I mean, that's insane. You can get. What is it? It's 100 gas per minute off 1 geyser. So in 1 minute production, he could have 600 gas. I mean, come on.
That's a lot. Yeah,
that is a lot.
Looks like he is going to get 2 gases in the natural there, and probably get speed. Probably just get layer and then work from there.
So do you go gasless on 3 base, Regret? I mean, is this something that you typically tend to do?
No, I take 1 gas in my main, and I go ahead and get speed and layer. I really don't open up gasless like ever.
Is it just because you don't feel that you have a defensible advantage at that point?
I don't. I wanna have speedlings no matter what. Just in case. That first 100 gas, I have always goes to speedlings. He's putting a roach warren down. He's gonna end up going for fast roaches, which I don't like as much. He's got the 3 hatcheries, so he's probably gonna get like 10 or 15 roaches after he gets his full 2 base saturation, and then he'll go ahead and start finish droning up his 3rd. He'll take his 4th and push across with the roaches that he has. But,
so I got a question. Why is it he still doesn't have a queen at the 3rd, and he hasn't joined his creep anywhere? Because he hasn't taken any extra queens anywhere. Like, why hasn't he done this? Well, like, what can you think of?
His first 2 queens, instead of injecting, he should have dropped tumors just to connect all his bases. But because when your first 2 queens pop, you don't have the economy to spend all the money for all the larvae anyway, so it's just sitting there. If you inject with both your first 2 queens, so I'm not quite sure why he did that. I'm sure he has a reason, because he's higher league than I am, but that normally my first 2 queens drop cream tubers instead of injects, just for creep spread. And also I have a lot more luck with, instead of roaches, I go straight to hydras. The hydra speedling is normally what I do.
Yeah.
Well, he's doing something similar, because I mean he's taken 2 more gases at his 3rd. He's got zerglings literally everywhere on the map, scouting everywhere for anything and everything. I mean, this one zergling here at the north has got the most ridiculous looking patrol path I think I've ever seen.
I mean, he has to. Ninja-based sky toss is incredibly hard to deal with.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's why I really think the Legacy of the Void means they're removing the Protoss race, because it's gonna have to be the Zerg and the Terran that save the friggin' galaxy. So I mean, we don't need Protoss anymore. Sorry, Pluto, you have to become a Terran or Zerg player.
I'll switch to Zerg. Lurkers, man.
Dude, Lurkers is so broken right now. I'm a Zerg player, and the amount of damage they do is absolutely insane.
I think Absolute Zero's accidentally walled in his Immortal, which may be bad. Like, how's he gonna get that out of there? Ooh, DT Shrine on the way along.
Yeah, he did definitely wall in his Immortal. But maybe he's throwing the gateways down so that the roaches can't reach it. But do roaches outrange Immortals? Immortals got, what, range 6, and a roach is, what, range 4?
Yeah, I think
so. Yeah, Immortals do outrange roaches.
Yeah, okay.
They have long range. Immortals have very long range. But, yeah, in order for the Immortals to actually get out of there, he's gonna have to go all the way around his little pylon, back, Artosis pylon in the back. And for some reason, he canceled the DT Shrine. I really thought that was a good idea. I always think DT Shrine is a good idea.
Yeah, there's no spores out, there's no overseers, and you're going against roaches, and DTs do like flat damage. So it doesn't matter whether they're fighting armored or unarmored. They just do a lot of damage.
Yeah, you could do the 9 DT build where you get 9 gateways and warp in 9 DTs and send 3 to each base. You're guaranteed to get like 1 base at least.
I know, I like that idea. Maybe I'll switch to Protoss because it's so OP and it's going away in the expansion.
Sentries and Dark Shrine are the bane of my existence. So
that's really what I should do. Is I should just make sentries and force field everything, and have an invisible army that just kills everything behind force fields.
Yeah, I really don't have a problem with Blink so much, and a lot of people hate Blink. They say it's incredibly overpowered, but I really don't have much of an issue with Blink.
You know why I don't? 1 word, 2 words: concussive shells.
That's true. The slow effect is pretty badass on Marauders.
It is very short though. It's only like 1 or 2 seconds, but it's enough with stim that I can pick off like units. And if I'm picking off Immortals with Marines, ho, delicious. So anyway,
small push coming across the map, but with this many sentries, it's really not going to be able to do much. He can hold him back for a while. He did snipe that upgrade though.
Yeah, he got it. The pylon's going to go down, and he can probably pick off some other things, but the fact that Photon Overcharge has got this nice... What's kind of curious is, you see it? The Photon Overcharge and the force fields are right at the right distance, so if he force fields again... Yeah.
Really good force fields.
That was nice. And that was like instantaneous too. That's one of the fastest force fields I've seen, especially at this tournament. If only all of his Immortals could be attacking at the same time.
Split the army directly in half. He's only got 8 Hydras and 4 Roaches coming in, so he's definitely going to have to go back home.
Yeah, and the 4th base going down is going to be ready for quite a while here to really add any additional larvae. But one of the things I think you should do is, because there's only a couple of observers out, is get Burrow and the Tunneling Claws so that, you know, your roaches can move and deal with the force fields more effectively.
Well, there's no observers, actually.
Oh, there isn't? Oh, dude, you know what I didn't do, and I am a Nimnard for not doing it, is I didn't put the best of 3 down, or the name tag, or the production tab. But here, there's a great concave available here, and he tries to go and do it. Absolute Zero tries to get around it, but it's just not enough, and there's units trapped in the back. The blink forward actually may not help because of all the Hydras. The Hydras are slowly picking this off.
So he can reach across those force fields and still grab some things. Still two immortals left. No, very little sentries. A bunch of stalkers, but here comes the Remax.
Yeah,
Protoss just lost his entire army, which is
13,
not good.
13 more roaches on the way. The reinforcements. What is it? The War Prism went down for Protoss, which means there's not going to be reinforcements, but he's losing a few units here just to the Blink Stalkers. I think he needs to go back, reinforce. Oh, he brought his reinforcements all the way across the map. He needs to start sending out a probe or something, or make another.
Yeah, he needs a forward pylon. You're right. He needs something.
Yeah, he needs a forward pylon.
And the DPS isn't here anymore.
Not the best Blink micro so far, but definitely still able to do a lot of damage if properly done. He's completely walled. He brought the rest of his stalkers and Blink forward with them. There's still a lot of Protoss here, but you know there's no third base on the way. He can't even get his probe out of the base if he wanted to, which means that he's really gonna have to make this go all the way.
Yeah, and now that the 4th base is finished, it can start producing larvae and produce reinforcements, which it actually
Definitely all in here.
Yeah, I mean, like, while he's doing well with his blink. I mean, he's got stalkers there that only have 1 hit point that are still being productive in combat, which is a testament to his like persistence here. But eventually, this is not going to go his way. I mean, upgrades. Let's see here. There is +1 missile attack, which is going to finish up here in about 20 seconds. I'm sorry, about 11 seconds. So as soon as that does, this stalker force is going to evaporate with the next round of roaches and hydras. Because even though roaches do have a melee attack that benefits from the melee thing, they also benefit from the range attack. And there it is. The upgrade finishes. Oh, and he decides to quit out anyway. Wow.
Whoa. No way. Why?
No.
Oh, he accidentally canceled all his roaches.
Oh, no.
Before the game mentioned, he canceled all his roaches. He misclicked.
That's a problem. 200 APM out of our Protoss player. So much for that 1A.
Lie. You can still 1A with just 1A, 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 1A 199 times.
I was about to ask why he canceled all those roaches, and then I just realized, oh, that was a misclick. That's why he GG'd.
Oh, I would have, like, seriously, I would have, I would have flipped my shit had I done that.
I've done it before. Just in the chaos and stuff, you got Blink Stalkers in your third. You know you can win, and you just miss just one button. You cancel 12 roaches, and you know the game's over.
Sorry, StarCraft actually died again. This time it came up with a bug report that I submitted to Blizzard.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, hey, I didn't disconnect, technically.
Well, I guess life's small victories.
Yeah, I know. We're all nerds. Come on, this is all small victories. Like, all of us play video games. Like, there is no real positive thing.
Oh, wait, they're starting the game.
And DJ's not here. Okay.
Hold on. Oh, I'm logging back in.
Absolute Zero has left the party. They're bringing him in.
Yeah, he left just so that we could get DJ.
Yeah, I apologize. Like I said, the whole game crashed. Like, I actually got that little window that has like the hexadecimal error code that it comes up, and it says, "Hey, look, report this to Blizzard," and I'm like, "Yes, please."
I just suggested him.
There, I'm back.
Here we go. We both suggested you, so you should be getting an invite in just a second.
And Catalyst is in my chat, and he's like, still can't fix my supply block. He's like, not like my game against Workhorse wasn't just knowing the inevitable and not really having hope. No, I don't think that was true. I think what it was is you had, you had upgrades at one point, but he just had more army at a lot of other times. The supply block thing is okay. Like, I suffer from it too. I think everyone ends up getting supply blocked, especially in big pressure matches like tournaments. So, don't sweat it. No, I don't. Tell him to invite me to the match, not the party.
Ah.
Okay, I'm joining the game only. I'm declining the party. Alright, Plutowski. I am an ESL channel. Stop yelling at me, Mom.
Right. Yeah, Catalyst, as far as supply block goes, man, that's a big problem for me, too. I do it every game I'm in. I supply block myself at least once for more than 15, 20 seconds. It's terrible.
By the way, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name in my chat. It's like something about, I don't know. I don't know. It's a bunch of letters and numbers. I'm just going to call you Hi. I do not have StreamBot because I don't need yet another thing sucking my bandwidth. Plus, I'm not complicated enough to use it. I don't know how to
can
use
host
Steambot.
you, and then you'll have MooBot by default.
What the hell is Streambot, MooBot, all this other stuff?
It's like a rent-a-mod basically. You don't
Rent a mod, I like that.
You can set it up to ban links, ban certain phrases, stuff like that.
Wait, we all have MooBot by default now?
That if I host you, I mean, MooBot's a view on my channel.
Okay. Like that.
Yeah, it's not really the same thing at all unless he mods MooBot. So
yeah.
I don't know. I don't have like Nightbot, MooBot. I mean, I just recently got Twitch alerts just because I'm gonna take in baby steps, and I still don't know why I can't cast with other video people, and yet like I can't get into the whatever. Just introduce the players.
Spawning all the way at the top left of Iron Fortress, representing Guns and Roaches. It's our dirty Protoss player, Absolute Zero.
And in the bottom left-hand side, representing RF Lulz, it is Ziki.
Ziki Cheeky to Zerg.
Ziki Bieber. So,
Ziki Bieber.
I mean, he did get the Overlord going in the right direction this time, so maybe his luck is turning. It's going to be probably a little bit more of a macro game. It's a little bit harder to cheese on this map than it is on the other one, Coda, so...
We didn't really see a cheese, though. I mean, we did see... I mean, like, 3 bases is tough. I will tell you that if I see a Zerg going 3 bases, they're going to have a whole lot of Hellions in their base very quickly.
Unfortunately, no Hellions today because we've got
know.
the Protoss.
You got the 2 broken races.
We've got lasers, though. So lasers are pretty cool.
Lasers! Are they sharks?
Can I get sharks? Freaking laser beams.
If Zergs had lasers, I'd probably switch to Zerg.
We have acid spit, bro. And the ones that don't have acid spit, they either spawn little animals or they spit spikes at you, right?
And the spikes they're acid too.
Acid coated.
Yeah, Zerg is pretty cool, but they don't have lasers.
You know what? I have no idea how... So, okay, I gotta ask you guys a Twitter question, because I'm a Twittiot, okay? I don't know anything about Twitter. So, here's the thing. So, I got a notice that says that my contact, so-and-so, is now on Twitter. The thing is that I look at this, and I don't recognize the person. Like, here's the thing. I had it happen once before, and I knew the person, and their phone number was in my...
Contact list.
Was what?
In your contact list.
In my phone, yes. But I don't have this person anywhere, so how can they be a contact of mine?
Maybe through your email or something like that. I've had it happen to where I give access to everything just because I don't care. But I had it to where it was adding people that I had just emailed or something from work. And it was telling me it was a contact list. That wasn't for Twitter though. That was for Instagram that did that. But
yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I've had 3 of these such things, and the first and the most recent one, I don't recognize the person, and then the middle one is actually a friend of mine's wife, and I'm like, I'm not gonna add you right away. It's like that's just weird, you know.
That's
like, it's like I'm gonna go ahead and check out all my friends' wives. It's like I can just go hang out with my friend and hang out with the wife if I need to. I don't need to stalk his spouse.
Right.
Yeah, I just need to, go hang out with my friend's wife without letting him know.
It's okay, that happens a lot. It's called cheating, and it's also why there was a murder behind my work building yesterday or last week. Did I tell you guys that? There was a murder-suicide in downtown, literally right across the street from where I park my scooter at work. And I work in like the financial district, so it's not like it's like some shady part of the town. And it was at 2:30 in the afternoon.
That guy was pissed.
It was his ex. What it was is so his girlfriend. What was it? It was the ex-husband, I think. So the ex-husband came back, and he had a legal conceal and carry, and just his wife worked, or his ex-wife worked at a currency exchange, or one of it's like one of those not currency exchanges, one of those like check cashing places. Shot her, killed himself.
Wow, that's
in the middle
crazy.
of the day, and the whole street was like a crime scene. But I park. There's like so scooter and motorcycle parking have got like special rules where we don't have to pay attention to the same rules as cars, and so in doing so, I park in places cars can't. Well, that happens to be across the street. So like there was a couple of cars and a whole fleet of motorcycles and scooters that could not leave because the crime scene. Well, I was across the street from the crime scene basically.
Right.
So I was like on lockdown, like all afternoon, and I finally convinced a really nice police sergeant that was just keeping people out of the crime scene to let me in for like 2 seconds to get my scooter out. So, but I had to be like escorted by him and another officer to do it. That was kind of weird. It's like I'm the one not on. I didn't kill someone. I just came to work today. Can I get my bike and go?
Right. You don't hear about people with concealed carries killing people like that a lot. I have concealed carry, but.
Yeah, and oh, by the way, here's an attack. Wow, actually, the Zerglings are going to come out here and discover everything. They spawn out here. Not a lot dies to it, but they do realize that there's a force coming in here because they do see the pylon warping, and they don't see the other pylon a little bit further away, but that doesn't matter. This defense should hold against these few Stalkers and Zealots.
I don't think this attack is really meant to do much other than just distract the Zerg from the Oracle that's heading into his main.
Exactly.
Yeah, he just wants to recall out of there. Okay, here we go. Let's see how much his Oracle does.
3, 4, 5, 6. What are we at now? 8.
That's worth it.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that thing got out with 25 health. Count 'em, boys. Dos cinco.
Oh boy, that's incredible. And Absolute Zero's gonna be perfectly fine. He's getting more gas warping and sentries at home. Gonna go back home with his army and just, you know, maybe go back in with Oracle later for some scouting information. He's up 41 probes to 30 of his opponent.
Holy smokes. Oh, I didn't put my... Thank you. My production tab is not up. By the way, a few people that I'd like to give a couple shout-outs to. I'd like to welcome back Darking D. I do remember. I believe you came to visit my stream once upon a time, months ago. Good to have you back. Also, by the way, Green Poison, welcome to the stream also. You know, if you guys are new to the stream or new to whatever, go ahead and I've got 2 co-casters here. Over here on my right, above me, is Regret. You can catch him at RegretSC2 _ on Twitch. And over here on my left, who's got a static picture because he's also casting, that is SC2 Pluto on Twitch. So go ahead and give these guys also a follow as well if you'll do us the triple good deed. And there's a small engagement. Actually, it's a tiny engagement, mainly an Oracle sending down Revelation onto Zerglings, killing a pylon.
Wow, he's going to send out a Phoenix here and just start to pick off Overlords. Another really nice thing that Absolute Zero is doing. Yeah, here we go. That Phoenix is going to get that first Overlord. Probably only going to get one because the rest of them are going to be brought back into the base.
Well,
there actually aren't any others out. But.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Phoenixes do probably the least amount of damage of any unit in the game at 5. Versus Overlords, which are considered armored.
It'll supply block him for a little, like 25 seconds, but
yeah,
it's not really getting much done other than that.
Yeah, I guess he can go back in for some scouting or something, but he also has the Oracle for that, and he's going to build up energy to do more Revelations. So Phoenix is just going to scout out, make sure that there's no random Overlords or anywhere else on the map. But Zeki's just trying to get his economy back. He's even on some probes with his Protoss opponent, and you know, he's even that count up. He just needs to start, you know, evening up the army supply and some of the other upgrades and other things that Protoss has going for him.
Yeah,
he does get another hatchery though because Protoss is taking his 3rd base. He's just started mining from his 3rd, and you always want to stay 1 base ahead. I mean, you just have to have the kind of production that you need.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no way he's going to be able to get out of this. I mean, the Oracle's chasing around everything, and it throws down Revelation one more time. And so having this vision here, I mean, he can't even scout with these units, like sending out 1 Ling. You know, he's got to go out and find a new Ling to go out and go scouting, you know, sort of thing. And so he's basically not, he's not contained, but he's soft contained.
Oh, the Oracle does go down here to the Spore and the Queen, and we also have the Hydra Den. So he did see the Hydra Den, I believe. And the Roach weren't getting Roach speed, so he's going to have Hydras now. Colossus on the way, I believe, along with Storm. Yeah, Storm just now starting out, so that's a good move out of Absolute Zero, building lots of things that are good against Hydras here. But is he going to be able to hold and defend his 3rd against this small attack that's heading across, or big attack? Oh, actually, never mind, it's not an attack at all. Zeke Beaver is just like chilling right now with his army. He wanted to attack, thought about it.
You could say that Zeke Beaver is being a cheeky beaver. Oh.
It really would not be a good idea to put, or it really would not be a bad idea to push across the map right now, just before Colossus do get out. That way, maybe he could, or too many Colossus get out. That way, he maybe could snipe that third, but a couple of mortals.
The force fields, though.
Oh, and the Colossus is out, which is going to evaporate so much. He can't. He's trying to engage with this photon overcharge goes down, and this is an issue where the perfect force field basically took care of this attack.
Yep.
That was really nicely done, actually, by our Protoss there.
Yes, time to go home for the Zerg.
Ooh, the Overseer gets out of there, though. On 4 health. Will last 4. But yeah, as soon as he starts to mix some Templar into here, Storm's basically done. Forge is getting +2 and +1. +2 and +1 at the same time. He's going to have 2-1, where the Zerg only has +1, I believe. So this is going to be a lot of splash. The Colossus range is done. He also has those Zealots and a Dark Shrine coming down for real this time. And a War Prism. He wants to do some harassment. I really like Absolute Zero's position here.
Yeah, he's adding 4 more gates too. He's gearing up to go to endgame.
Yep. Yes, he is.
I mean, like, even with the upgrades, I mean, it's just not going to happen. I mean, we're talking, like, ground weapon level 2 is coming down. I mean, armor level, I mean, he's getting 1-1. I'm sorry, he's getting 2-1. But, I mean, he just started level 2 missile attacks, and his level 1 armor is half done. Yeah, I mean, this is a thing where it's not just upgrades. I mean, it's proper army composition. Force fields are easy peasy to deal with. You know, and this ground army just doesn't have burrow. It doesn't have tunneling claws. It can't deal with it. I mean, he temporarily supply blocks Absolute Zero, but what does that matter? He's got Storm, Colossus, and more Zealots than he'll ever need.
What the Zerg really needs to do is start trying to bait some of those force fields out, get the energy low on the sentry, so that way he can at least have a chance at some kind of engagement.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah. he could even try in a really expensive not muta switch, but like put a Spire down and throw some mutas into harass. Use this main army to keep the main army of Protoss like in one place, because the Stalker count is super low. Nothing shoots up in this army except for the sentries. He's only got 4 sentries and 5 Stalkers, and I'm sorry, but a small flock of mutas could deal with a lot of those.
4 DT is going to work on the base right here, and Ziki is going to be forced to bring everything back to deal with it. The War Prism does get out though, so it's gonna survive to go back and do more aggression later. I really think if those DTs had just gotten the Spore Crawler first, he would have been able to get that later. It's all the way halfway done. But Zerg is going across the map with more Roaches and Hydras, and perhaps to try to just salvage this game, to try to get the win. He's actually up on supply by about 10, so. That's always has the possibility to do.
Oh, and here's a potential pincer attack. Look at this. The Hydras are actually moving around one side of the map, and the Roaches and the Hydras in the center. He's not going to be able to force field them all off. In fact, he managed to get in. He doesn't see the pincer attack. Storm goes down to actually take out the Hydras. Storm goes down to take out the other group of Hydras, but this force is coming in, and there's still a gap in there, and all the Zealots are getting picked off. And surprisingly, this Zerg force is doing a lot of work against this Protoss army.
Yeah, at the same time, the Zealots did clean up the 4th base over across the map, and it looks like finally the Colossus are going to survive here, which is very, very good news for our Protoss, especially since they took out the 4th base, and the Zealots going over to the 3rd base now, so perhaps we'll be able to take that out as well. There are 2 Spore Crawlers and a bunch of Roaches here to deal with that. They're going to focus the Queen first, and perhaps go for drones, and yeah, not going to get too much here. But the War Prism's still alive, the Protoss army's still alive, and the Colossus are still alive, the most important units of all.
He really had to take out those Colossus in that engagement. He could push across the map right now.
Yeah, and the other thing is that Absolute Zero has a 4th. There is no 4th, or more importantly, a 5th either for Mr. Cheeky Beaver here. So this is getting to the point where he's not able to, and this forward Queen needs to go away. He needs to pull
22
back.
supply. He's getting 3 Infestors, but that's not going to be enough to balance the scales. He doesn't have the production at all. And here he comes.
The Lair! Oh, the Lair survived with 50 health. And the War Prism is going to go back to join the main army. He has a couple of Infestors out. Like you said, maybe get the Fungals if he has enough energy by that time, but
yeah,
he's 54.
He doesn't have
no.
production.
And here's the Stalker force coming in now to do what it needs to do, to buffer, to deal with anything else. Storm goes down. He gets caught in his own choke. They do go up and run into the base. He's not taking out the Colossus. He's focusing on everything else but the Colossus. And
he commanded the Infestors, and he didn't drop a single fungal or anything like that.
No.
Yeah,
So
no
that-
phone goals. He got the feedbacks.
Oh.
That was crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, it would be 1-1 right now if it just wasn't a misclick on those canceled roaches.
Yeah, he would have been 1-1, I think. But ends up getting knocked out by Absolute Zero.
Yeah,
Wait, are we loading into game 3?
I don't think there is a game 3.
It was a best of 3, and Absolute Zero. The Protoss player took both.
Yeah, what?
Did I miss something? Come on, don't do this. Okay, it reconnected. Yay.
It might be a best of 5, actually. So.
What?
Oh, in the semis. Yeah, you're right.
They changed it to a best of 5 in the semifinals?
Yeah, because only 13 people signed up. Sorry, I'm a fail admin.
All right, you have to go. You get 6 lashes. Go.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a
God.
Weedamin.
Yeah, right.
You're a wiener admin. Oh. Best of 5 in the semis. All right.
Oh,
First.
DJ's slack ass is out of the game again.
What are you talking about? I was never in the party to begin with.
I said out of the game, bro.
I was never. You have to invite me to the game.
Touche. Well played.
Terp. God, go back to sucking at admin.
Right. I hear what you're saying, but I don't like it.
It's okay. I feel bad for Pastor. Pastor's PC's crashed twice during his stream.
Yeah, he's having serious technical issues.
And you know the thing is, it all started when he upgraded to Windows 10.
I have Windows 10 right now, and I'm doing fine. I just can't set up my dual monitors.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem. Like I said, go back to sucking at admin.
Oh wait, that happened to me.
What, the dual monitor thing?
Yeah.
What kind of
Only
graphics card do you use?
I have a NVIDIA 770.
I have a 970, so I mean,
Maybe it's the NVIDIA
Not
control
bad.
panel.
See, all I did was unplug it and replug the DVI cable, and it worked. So.
I did mine. It still did, I did that. It did not. It didn't work.
Oh, really?
I completely reinstalled my graphics drivers. Still didn't work. I did DJ's little trick. That didn't work.
Yeah, what he's describing is that, so I've got an LCD, my good one, that for whatever reason it just, if it's on all the time and constantly plugged in, it has static discharge. So you unplug it and then you turn the power on a few times to discharge the excess static in your monitor. And then you plug it back in, and because I'll get the thing for DisplayPort that'll be like, this is out of the range of DisplayPort crap, and then it'll just turn off. And that's the error I get. But yeah, I don't know. We'll sort it out after this regret.
We'll sort it out tomorrow because I gotta be at work at 5 a.m.
Oh boy,
Oh God, career man here.
that's crazy.
It's like you have a job or something. What is this madness?
That's like when I go to bed.
5 a.m.
Not anymore, but I did over the summer.
All right, there's a good chance my client may crash after this match. Because if I get the message in-game that then tells me that Battle.net has disconnected, that usually means the game's going to crash after the game is over, the match is over. So,
Well, hopefully it doesn't, but we'll just wait and
Suffer.
see.
We'll just
suffer.
wait for you again.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm worth waiting for. I'm pretty.
Yeah, pretty short.
Hey, that's fine. But you know what they say about short guys? The ladies love them because they're right where they need to be.
Yeah, that's what they say.
That's exactly what they say, DJ. Whatever helps you sleep at night, buddy.
You know it's okay. I got one word: alphabet. Never fails. And if you know what I'm talking about, then you apparently know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then you're just missing out on life.
Everybody knows what you're talking about, DJ.
No, you don't.
You're still not getting to England in a rowboat. And when you're 5'1", you're a rowboat, buddy.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm also
Paddle
not
as hard as you want, but you're still not going to make it to England.
It's okay. I'm also not Cuban.
Wait, DJ, you're 5'1"?
No, I'm 5'8".
Oh, okay.
I'm just short. I'm like tall by like, I don't know, like mountain Hindu Chinese crazy people, but not like by anyone else in the world.
How tall are you, Pluto?
5'8".
I'm 5'7".
Oh.
So I'm not tall either.
I'm 6'2".
Oh. Well,
Regret isn't saying that the only reason why he's 6'2" is because he's wearing his girlfriend's platforms and wedges. It's okay.
They probably would fit. She's got some straight man feet on her.
Jesus.
She's got some big feet, man.
You're like, hi Goliath. I mean, honey.
Boy.
So we.
I mean, she's taller than both of you.
It's okay. Oh,
really?
she is.
Wow.
Yeah, she's 5'9".
It's okay. I wear shoes every now and then. By the way, you know.
I wear heels every now and then.
Okay. So for a Halloween costume, I went as an old lady in college, and I decided to wear heels. And the thing is that the way my dorm's stairs were is it was like 10 concrete and metal rimmed stairs down, and then you have a landing at the bottom, and then you do a U-turn, you go down another 10, right? And then that's one whole floor. Well, anyway, as all Halloweens in college are, you're lambasted before you even leave your room. And so I tried to quickly run down the stairs in heels. The first time I've ever worn heels. That did not go very well, and I found out just how painful falling down concrete stairs is. Because I missed the very first step and then tumbled down the other 9.
There's the 3-hatch build again.
Yeah,
let's get back to StarCraft.
You know what you guys haven't done? Introduce the players. So go back to feeling it being an admin.
Spawning in the bottom right-hand side, it is the blue Protoss player. For guns and roaches, it is Absolute Zero.
And in the bottom left corner of Cactus Valley, already on 3 base at 4 minutes and 40 seconds in the game, it's our red Zerg, Zeke Beaver.
Zeke.
It's okay. You know what this is like? My 28-minute stim timing that I did in a team game one time.
It worked.
I know, wasn't that amazing?
Yeah.
That was what was that? Was Legacy of the Void Archon mode. He's like, do you have stim? I'm like, no. He's like, why don't you have a stim? I'm like, I'm waiting for the 28-minute stim timing. He's like, there's a 28-minute stim timing? I'm like, yeah.
I forgot stim.
I'm like, brand new. It's Korean. It's like you get every other upgrade, then you get stim. I'm at level 3 weapons and armor and don't have stim. That's what happened, Pluto.
God only knows how we won that game. We did pretty well, Archon. We played all 3 races. We actually did fairly decent.
Oh, yeah, we did. Pastor and I are okay also at Terran, but I did decent with Zerg when it was who is it? Was it me and Future? Yeah, because she's a Zerg player. Well, no, I also did an Arcade mode with Future on 4th of July. Yeah.
Oh. We won all our Zerg matches. We lost every single Protoss, and we won most of the Terran, I think.
Really? Yeah. I would think that Protoss is the easiest Archon mode.
Okay, here's the thing. I find that difficult, and here's why. Because of the forward pylon. So, what we usually do is the theory is one person deals with harass and the main attack, the other deals with base construction and base defense, meaning you always keep some units back to deal with harassment in your own base, right? And that's sort of how we split it up, and it worked. But the problem is, you're still making units that then I'm going to take out onto the field somewhere. The problem is, if I have a forward pylon, you now have to go look at that forward pylon, warp in units, and then go back to dealing with your main job is. So the macro, quote, macro player, their attention is split.
Okay.
That's why I think Protoss is slightly more difficult in Archon mode than the other 2 races.
I can see that.
But otherwise, I do think the mechanic of the game for Protoss is easy for a Terran player to pick up because the mechanic for how Protoss just plays is very similar to Terran.
I'm screwed either way because Zerg is completely different than both of you guys.
Mm-hmm. You get your worker back after you build a building. I know, it's something new, isn't it?
Yeah, it's completely weird. Whenever I play as Terran, I'll have like 9 idle SCVs at the end of the game, and I'm like, oh, shit.
True, because he'll forget to rally them after building stuff.
Yeah.
But oh wait, we see a warp prism going out one way, and we see the mothership core going out. Oh, he must be looking for the zealot. Okay, for a Zergling or something over here.
24 Zerglings total coming in, and 2 roaches.
Let's see.
But he's gonna force field out of the. He's gonna force field the Zerg army out. If he drops on the low ground, or if he drops on the high ground, either way.
Yeah, I mean,
he needs the split.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, he can't take everything in one spot when there's sentries out. He did miss that force field a little bit, so he would have been okay there, but
yeah. And there's enough on both now that he can't do it anymore. But he's gonna go just drop in the third and try to do some damage.
And by the way, yes, Swift RH, I'm an inch shorter than average, but I'm also an inch bigger and awesome.
Your mother tell you that?
No, the many women that I've betted have told me that.
Well, it's okay. We can.
And I am older than both of you, so trust me, I definitely have had more women.
Wait, DJ, how old are you?
I'm not telling you because we went through this on the goodbye stream for Future Medic. I'm never informing anyone.
How old you are?
Yeah, you have to, if you can figure it out through like some internet ninja magic, that's fine. But right now, I'll tell you this: I'm definitely older than the number of Zerglings that are currently attacking this third base here. So, considering there's only what, like 12 of them, I win. So photon overcharge goes down.
30 of them.
You're 28, DJ.
I'm actually 4 in leap years. I'm kidding. That would make me 16.
Ooh,
Yeah, right.
sick warp prism micro though.
Yo, for the Immortals, yeah. I mean, they are doing some wrecking. There are nice sentry force fields there. They are helping, but there's just simply too many roaches here. I mean, I don't care how many Immortals you have. If you have more,
it's fine. Those 2 Immortals will clean that up.
Yeah, especially with the micro, he's not losing any of those.
Yep.
Dang.
Warp prism plus immortal is like the best combo. You just like keep microing, you never lose them.
Yeah, add in a photon or Nexus overcharge or whatever it's called.
Photon overcharge.
Or that one.
No. Sorry. It's called the Nexus OP. So
it's called the one click defense.
You know what they do need, and this is the one thing that I really think Zerg should have. I really think that Zerg should be able to emit like a gas from its hatchery that has like an area effect similar to like how a planetary fortress can't be attacked. Because think about it, it would be the only full AoE based defense. Because you think about the 3 races, right? So look at the way the worker management goes. So in Zerg, you lose the worker permanently to build a building. In Terran, you lose the worker temporarily to build a building. In Protoss, you don't lose the worker at all to build a building, right? So, and if you look at the base defenses, the Protoss has a single point of attack. The planetary fortress has a slight conical attack. So the Zerg should have an AoE for base defense, and the warp prism goes down, and this Zerg army is moving in to attack. And the mutas are going in the natural, or the what is this? Sorry, the natural.
He's gonna get that immortal.
Oh, yep. Both of them are good. If he focuses
he needs to focus down these immortals. Hey DJ, full screen. Catalyst just sent me a whisker.
Damn it. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah,
that's it. He lost the immortals.
He lost the immortals. Can't defend against the roaches. The mutas were vital, actually, I think, in taking those out. And he's going to lose his third base. He's probably going to lose the game.
Yeah, I mean, there's just not much he can do. I mean, there's just too much. I mean, even with the mutas can just go to every base and harass. There is nothing really that can do a photon overcharge. The mothership core is going to die here, and that's it. I mean, he's got nothing left to stop these mutas. That's the biggest thing, is that like it doesn't matter about the roaches and zerglings anymore, because the mutas, even with 2 photon cannons in the natural, they can take out those 2 photon cannons.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, I don't know, like, I really don't think, you know, there's anything left that Absolute Zero could do. He pulls out
yeah, there's no holding this at all.
Yeah, I mean, he got a Stargate and a Phoenix out, but 1 Phoenix versus 6-7 mutas? Pff, no way.
So that was game 3. It's a 2-1 lead for Absolute Zero. He just needs 1 more to bring it home, but Zeke Beaver...
The cheeky beaver, you mean?
More.
By the way, I'm going to actually have to close multi-twitch just in case it's causing any additional pull on my my stream. And I'm going to have to close the ESL admin chat too.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Alright. Hope it all comes out. He didn't hear that before he put his headphones down.
No, he didn't. He threw them down too, man. I almost blew my eardrums out.
Who? He's loud?
In my ear, yeah.
Oh, you know you can turn the individual people down using the chat that you're in with both of our videos. I think you can individually turn down that chat using the options.
Yeah, I know I can. I keep my game sounds really loud just so I can hear what's going on. So I turn you guys up a little bit. But
yeah, get you. I see what you're doing. Actually, I'm gonna take a quick bio break also. So we're gonna come back for Game 4 of this series very shortly. Here, it is currently 2-1 in favor of Absolute Zero, and I'm gonna take a quick 60-second bio break.
everybody's taking a bathroom break. I'm just gonna sit here and eat some Fritos. Hi, viewers. Oh yeah, about that. Hey DJ, full screen. Yeah, I gotta call him out. You know what I mean? Can't let him slack. Hey, look, Pastor's back. Is that Pluto back or DJ back?
Okay. At least I'm back now.
Yeah, DJ went to the bathroom before he accepted the game invite, or I would have solo cast at the beginning, but...
I see. Well, pretty good semi so far. DVP. Very interesting matchup.
Yeah, I'm really glad I saw the Zerg take one. I really think it should be 2, what is it? It's 2-1 right now. I really think it should be 2-1 the other direction, but...
Yeah. For sure. I think Zeke should have won that first game. And that changes things a lot.
Me as Zerg, I still use my select all army key just to get everything together. And then I separately hotkey my stuff. And I changed my bind to the tilde key.
Mm-hmm.
And I've actually done that. It might have been something like that. I've hit escape a couple times and canceled my units.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done that too. And then what's worse is what I'll do is I'll be building like several racks and I'll immediately hotkey them while they're in construction phase. And I'll want to cancel the units I'm building in the already created ones. And I'll accidentally cancel like all the ones I'm building. And like there'll be like 5 barracks that'll just all explode. And I'm like, no, fist through monitor.
Y'all know Violet, right?
Yeah.
Familiar. I know of the name.
I do.
Zerg player. I was talking to him, and he said what he told me was that he just unbinds escape, so that the only way to cancel something is to literally click on the picture, because there's too many times where you just click it by accident.
Oh, and you know what the other thing I've done way too many times also is I've accidentally sucked all my units into my command center. Because, you know, you can store units inside the command center, the workers. So the thing is that I'll do something.
There's a pro moving across the map.
Oh, he wants to end this.
Gotta get these introductions out of the way.
Do it fast, go ninjas, go ninja, go.
Start spawning the left-hand side is the blue Protoss player. For guns and roaches, it is absolute 0.
And then on the right-hand side of Bridgehead, the best map ever, is the red Zerg Zeke Beaver, and it's
Zeke
that's
Beaver.
a really good place for a proxy.
Yeah, wow. This is where I always proxy on this map. And
Hey, by the way, have we ever told you how much of a prick you are then, Pluto? Yeah, that just happened.
That is incredibly good place for a proxy. I've literally never checked there.
Well, now you're going to, aren't you?
Absolutely every game.
Every day I'm proxying.
Proxy 2 gate, here we go.
Yeah, it looks like, you know, this has the potential to do damage, especially since I think Zeke's been going for the hatch first, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think what he should do is he just needs to do a 10 pull. Like, just outright, screw it. You're on the ropes.
First, at least.
So, yeah, he definitely needs to go pool first, or he's not gonna have. He's not even gonna have a shot.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, the pool is coming out, but I mean, it really is it gonna finish before the gateway does? Not even close, brah.
Yeah,
Overlord. He scouts it though.
Oh, he did. Wow.
No.
Very good.
Yeah, I think he's fine. He's totally fine. Like even one zealot, you build a spore crawler, you make a couple wings, Maybe get
Spore crawler? You mean
Spine
spine?
crawler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, spine, obviously.
God, you
Queen and a
silly
spine.
non-Zerg player.
Queen and a spine crawler. He's fine as long as he's got transfuses and reinforces with a couple of lings.
Yeah, I mean, what I really think here is I think the easiest thing is you should just throw minerals at them, because that's what you're going to have. Because the Queen isn't going to finish before this Zealot hits the base. So the Zealot is going to come in here, and it's going to wreck face. Yes, it's going to wreck face. Along with a random probe that's going to also help out. That's silliness. That's just silly potatoes.
Well, yeah, the pro that built things, obviously, I guess he just wants to help out a little bit. But things are getting up on this Zealot here.
It's all up on that Zealot.
That's going to allow the spine to finish and be fine, and the Queen to pop out. And there's only 2 Zealots and a probe.
Did you say Zealots?
Wow, the spine is actually getting very...
whatever.
Holy cow! Wow, he runs it back in the corner. That's actually...
Transfuse it.
Holy cow, that is so nice. He doesn't have the ability to transfuse. He doesn't have enough energy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't have enough energy to transfuse, but that's
Yeah.
one way. I think he's just bought enough time here, though, I think.
He's still going to hold it.
I think he probably will still hold it. He hasn't lost any drones yet to this. And he still has his Queen up, so... Good cancel on that. He's going to build it over on the other side. Needs to keep the Queen alive. And needs to not lose too many drones.
Yeah, and he's got the ability to actually make several more spine crawlers here with the drones that he does have. So, I mean, I really think that he needs to invest in more of those things called defenses. I mean, these 4 Zealots are gonna...
If that Queen goes down, that's game.
No!
Oh.
And that's game.
I think that was very mishandled by Zeke. He could have made like 4 spines. He has
Yeah.
600 minerals.
I mean, he's got 600 minerals. He's sitting on minerals. Lots and lots of minerals. Like, you just spam spines and that would have held.
Yeah, I think like a lot of Zerg players don't know exactly how to handle this because they don't face it too often anymore. This is really the only good map for it. Maybe Dash and Terminal, but yeah, this is, you know, you have to just build. You have to spend all of your minerals to because the larva is really what keeps you from building too many units.
Yeah.
So,
oh, if he loses this spine or this, oh, he's gonna lose. Oh, he actually keeps the frickin' spawning pool alive through some miraculous. He does. I mean, the Zerglings are going down. The spine crawler will finish, but it's not gonna be able to handle 4 Zealots. And there's the Queen out again, but he lost all the Zerglings to save the spawning pool. Yeah, I agree. I think the thing was that he did not put down enough spine crawlers. He did not keep his Queen alive by doing a whole position with the workers. Yeah,
There's
unfortunately,
about to be 6 Zealots in here. It's GG.
it's more than GG. He has no way to make units. He has nothing.
and I mean, he scouted it. I think it was completely holdable.
It was absolutely holdable. It's just a couple. When he lost that first Queen, that was really the.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the kicker.
So Absolute Zero takes the series 3-1.
Yep.
And he's gonna go up against Workhorse here, right? Workhorse. Oh no, they're not done with their series.
So that gives us a breather.
Yeah, that would have been that definitely would have been a 2-2 series. I still feel so bad about that first game because he had it.
In fact, I feel like he could have held that last one. He scouted it. He probably could have just won 3-1.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it would have been. I don't know. I think that was just like him panicking. He saw it maybe, and the thing is, in those modes, you don't realize how much money you're actually getting if your worker line really hasn't been hit because his wasn't. And so he at one point had 700 minerals. I mean, what do what do spines cost? 100, 150, or is it 100?
I think it's just 100, right?
For 100 for what?
Spines.
Spines.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah, dude, he could have dropped 5 spines and still had money for Zerglings.
Yeah.
And what you do is in that 5 spine thing, what you do is you stagger them, like you put 3 against one side and you put 3 on the outside. So the 3 on the outside might die, but the 3 on the interior, because you line them up next to the hatchery, then at least 3 of them survive, no matter what, because they will finish before those Zealots tear it down. And with the Queen and the Zerglings chipping away at him, he would have had it. So
yeah.
And he also didn't immediately make another Queen as soon as he lost the first Queen. He waited way too long to make that second Queen.
He was hoping that a spine would finish. I don't know. I might have done that too, but I don't know. He knows what he needs. He knows what he needs to work on. He definitely knows what his mistakes are. I'm actually talking to him right now. He knows what he's doing wrong.
And on that particular map, now he knows where to look for the proxy.
Exactly right.
Yeah, it's always like you can just ask any Protoss player, yo, just proximity 2 gate me a couple times, and I'll react as soon as I scout it, and then, you know, just practice going through the motion of defending it. Always really good practice, and it comes in handy. If you do it like only like 3 or 4 games, and all of a sudden you just exponentially better at holding proxies.
Yeah,
So,
and it's similar. It's similar to how I handle like Protoss. Like one of the tactics I use, and the things I realize that once they get to that Colossus and Storm tech, that I'm a goner, because now I have to either go absolute full mech some magical way, like right then, or I need to kill you early. And how I do that is Hellions, because I know you can't completely wall off your wall, otherwise you won't be able to make your natural. But there are ways that you can basically deter the Hellion harass for that. But a lot of Protoss players don't do that. They're just like, well, screw it, I'm just going to make all my buildings back by my Nexus so that my Photon Overcharge can cover all of them, right? Well, that leaves everything exposed. So it's those things where it's like, even though like I'm only a gold level player, like I've schooled diamond level players because they play, quote, standard, but they don't think that someone's going to actually rush Hellions into their base. They're like, I got Photon Overcharge. I'm like, dude, I got 6 Hellions, and you got a Stalker. I don't care. 6 Hellions will destroy your 1 or 2 Stalkers. Even with Photon Overcharge, if I'm not in range of it, and even with the Mothership Core. And I will destroy some of your workers. So it's like, you got a choice. You can wall off properly against Terran, or you can be dealing with Hellions at the 5-minute mark. Because that's when I hit with the Hellions. Because I have to hit before your potential 4-gate.
I don't think a lot of people 4-gate anymore against
That's
Terran.
my point, though. That's the thing, they don't. But they
very,
should.
Yeah, very rare.
Well, no, they should, though. You 4-gate against Terran, and you've got it. Because you know what? What are the units that can come out fastest for Terran? They don't do the Marine tank push is what stopped. I'm sorry, the Marine Marauder early push and the Marine tank push is what stopped 4-gate. But Terrans don't do that. They make Reapers and Mines now. Well, they can't have a whole lot of those units at the beginning, and the 4-gate negates that. You have a Sentry, 3 Zealots, and 6 Stalkers. Easily defeats that Terran composition. So I literally think we should see the return of the 4-gate soon, or we're going to continue to see this really boring build out of Terrans all the time that continually hurts Protoss early game.
Have you seen the legacy changes with the Warp Prism? What do you think about that?
Oh, I haven't. No, did they actually put out another legacy update?
Oh no, this is an old update. It's just the Warp Prism range.
Well, no, but when? Well, hold on, for how long ago?
The Warp Prism has much longer range now. You can pick up things like that are like twice as far.
Oh yeah. You're right. That was like what? That was like the May.
Wait,
update,
what?
Right? Yeah, you can pick them up from like halfway across a base.
But they also they also made Immortals just like complete shit. So.
Oh, the Immortal change even I hate as a Terran player. Because
don't you have to activate their shield by yourself?
And it's weak, and it only lasts like 6 seconds. Like it's like half the strength, because you get what, 500 shields, 100 health for an Immortal, right?
Yeah.
So now it's something like 300 shields, but only lasts for 7 seconds.
Oh wow.
And it doesn't get, and the thing is, it doesn't get the like damage reduction to only 10 per hit. So if like a tank does 80 per shot versus armored, it's going to do 80 damage versus that Immortal now on the shields.
My hardest thing to deal with so far in Legacy of the Void is the Siege Micro. Oh my god, that's so difficult.
Dude, versus Zerg, it completely negates like any of the like Zergling surrounds that you used to be able to get on them.
It's so broken.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's broken, but it's incredibly hard to deal with.
Well, you're right, because they can do the same thing that Terran's always done. You can elevator your units between like natural and main, natural and main, natural and main. That's what we do, right? So what we'll do is at some point we'll go back and forth, and then we'll catch you off guard and split our medevacs and drop in 2 places. And now you've gotten used to pulling your whole army one direction or another.
And it takes me so long to get something that can shoot up just to push your medevac out. And you still, say you have 2, you still have high ground vision. It's not like...
And I have boost.
Yep.
So the tank micro thing, because you can still boost with the tank. Yeah. I think that one of the things that you might be able to do is either the boost is cut in half when you carry a tank, or maybe it doesn't give like whatever. Let's say we'll take whatever its boost speed is. That's 100%. Maybe it only gives you 50% of whatever your normal boost advantage would be, or something with a tank.
Because it's carrying a massive unit.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, if they do that, they then have to nerf the Thor, because tank is not considered massive. It's just considered awkwardly shaped. But a Thor is considered massive.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
So they'd have to nerf the Thor movement also if it was based on, like, carrying capacity 1, your movement speed is reduced. But
or give me Hydra range without me having to upgrade it, but that would break me for Protoss anyway. If I automatically had range.
I'm not sure how they... Besides, did the Siege Tank really need to be, like, giving yet another ability? Like,
no, it didn't. I mean, it's... You can harass my mineral line at, like, 2 minutes. Or, nah, probably, like, 3 with Siege harass.
No, you can't do it that fast. You can't do it at 3 minutes per tank.
It's still pretty fast.
Okay, so now, maybe in Legacy you can, but no,
I'm talking about Legacy.
Okay, I don't know what the timings are for it, but I can tell you that in Heart of the Swarm, the first tank that you can possibly pop out it's between 4 minutes and 4:15, because by 6 minutes, which I consider the 6 minute as the timing that all races get their first major attack. You can 4-gate by 6 minutes. You can do a really powerful Roach Rush at 4 minutes, and the Terran can have either a Thor or can have a 2-tank Marine push at that time. And you can have 2 tanks basically squeeze out around like 450 and have about 6 to 8 Marines to go with it. You know. So, I mean, I haven't been able to get the timing down in Legacy because I still haven't figured out how to manage my units at the start very well.
You know what's insane, though?
What?
The changes they made to Protoss, every single unit now has an active ability except for the Zealot and the Colossus. And both of them have the range upgrade and the charge lot upgrade. Every other unit for Protoss has an active. So literally you just have to cycle through every unit and just use their ability now. And that's basically what Protoss is. In Legacy.
And that's gonna suck because you'll have a composition because you'll have stalkers because normally your composition composed of some number of stalkers, some number of zealots, then a lesser number of sentries for either Guardian Shield or a couple of force fields, Templar and Colossus. That's your composition. That's the death ball that represents.
And it's like a house of cards with the Colossus and the Templar being sort of the main damage dealers.
Yeah, and one Ghost, one super amazing EMP wipes out that advantage because you no longer have Storm, and you now have half your Colossus health.
Yeah, but in Legacy now, it's like every single unit you have to activate their ability. Like,
you know what you guys are back to is you guys are now back to a Brood War style of attack, 1A, 2A, 3A, because it's either that or you
well, it's like 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A for every single unit that you have.
Well, I mean, you can also hit the tab key, but who the hell is going to have the time to hit the tab key? And is the tab key going to bring up the unit that you actually want to show up next in the order, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how this is going to work, because if you want to defend against Roaches, right, you're going to need Void Rays now. You can't use Immortals because they're bad now. Stalkers are not the most efficient way to deal with it, so you're basically going to have Void Rays.
There is a benefit. They changed the general mechanic in the game as a whole. They changed the targeting system for every unit in the game. So what they did was one of the things that they changed, and by the way, guys, in case you're wondering why we're just chit-chatting and not casting, it's because we're waiting... We're waiting for the other semifinal to finish.
Prevail won.
Prevail won. He just needs a 5-minute break.
Okay. So what happened so here's how it used to work. So let's say that there's a unit with 5 range and there's a unit with 6 range. Okay? The unit with 5 range is stationary, so it's got the shorter range. So what you would think, and this is how it works in Heart of the Swarm, that the 6 range unit would walk up and start shooting as soon as it comes into range. It doesn't. What it does is it starts its deceleration process. All the units seem to decelerate at about the same space, which is 1 unit of range, which means that Banshee versus Marine, which is the example I'm using here, Marine has 5 range, Banshee has 6. So what happens is that the Banshee will fly in and start decelerating at its attack range, but stop when it's in range of the Marine. Well,
so the Marine still gets the first hit.
Exactly, and the other thing is that the Banshee will not start firing until it's at a complete stop. So that's the thing. The example they use online in Legacy of the Void preview was they showed a Widow Mine versus a Stalker. So what happens is that the Widow Mine would destroy the Stalker versus the Stalker outranging the Widow Mine the way it should be. And that I think that they should have fixed. The only thing is that you as the user have to use attack move properly in order for it to work. You can't keep spamming attack move, which will negate that new mechanic. But they did fix that problem, which has been a problem through not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 StarCraft games. Because it's like that way in Brood War also.
Oh.
Yeah, but Brood War had a lot more like glitches and stuff where dragoons were walking up the sides of cliffs and shit like that.
By the way, have you guys ever seen... There's an epic final of a match that has to do with a dragoon. There's a carrier versus a dragoon. Both players are completely out of money. And the dragoon manages to slowly pick off all the interceptors of the carrier.
You can't rebuild them. They cost money. It costs 15 per interceptor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so at one point, the Protoss had been kept remaking carriers or interceptors, and the other Protoss player had 2 dragoons. He lost 1, but he managed to kill off all the interceptors and basically choke out the carrier player, and it ended in some weird fucking stalemate. Well, not stalemate, because the dragoon could then walk across the map and do whatever, but I think what it was photon cannons is what it was. There was like a photon cannon guarding one of the bases, so the dragoon couldn't go in to kill everything. But there was no workers, there was nothing. It was just a carrier with no interceptors and a dragoon with no purpose. And the crazy thing is that it's all in Korean, the matches. And so you have to listen to it, but then at some point you see like an English translation that someone did like in the bottom, like as an overlay. And it's probably the most epic, like, 15 minutes of any StarCraft match I've ever seen in my entire life.
Hey, fellas. I hate to say it, but I gotta be to work in 5 hours, so it might be good. This is a best of 7. It might be a good idea for me to go ahead and bow out.
It's a best of 7?
That's a long game.
What?
Yeah,
ESL admins. ESL
admins. It is best of 5, but still, that is a long time. If you gotta go, no worries, man.
Yeah, man. I'll tune in and listen to the rest of the cast on my tablet. It's got a pretty good charge on it now.
All right, no problem. So anyway, Regret, if you why don't you give your shout out now since we're waiting for the 5-minute break for the other guy to finish.
Make sure you follow Pluto and DJ as well. Find me at RegretSC2_ on Twitch and at RegretSC2 on Twitter. Thanks for coming out. All you guys who are viewing the tournament. Next time, make sure you sign up. Don't just watch, play. Have a good night, everybody.
See you guys. Or see you.
Yeah, see you later, DJ.
Alright,
adios. See ya.
Alright, I'm going to delete this and I'm going to restart wherever your picture is. So he's going to drop off that. I'm going to have to re-add your pretty little face to this. So this is... you. Oh, wow. That's really big.
Coda has the first veto. That's interesting. Well, usually Coda is like one of the you know, maps that everybody wants to play on. Nobody hates that map. Prevail wants to veto it right away.
Well, I hate that map just because I hate Bridgehead more. I don't know. I don't have anything logical to say to that. And oh, sorry, Swift RH, I didn't see this. Yes, bunkers can stop 4 gates. They can, but you have to know it's coming first.
You have to repair.
Yeah.
That's it. You just have to repair. So,
and you need to have your Marauders inside that bunker, not Marines.
It's usually pretty easy to just stop it. Like, you know with your Reaper, basically, like, oh, it's a 4-gate. Like, you scout 4 gates, right? You build, like, 2 bunkers. You don't have to build 1. You pull a couple SCVs to repair it, and even if you have 1 Widowmine...
Oh, wait a minute. Is there a third... Hold on. There is a third-place game in this tournament still. Between Zeki and Workhorse. We could have casted that.
Oh. Well,
I forgot about that. Sorry, guys. By the way, go Zeki. Go Workhorse. Oh shoot! Yeah, Scarecrow winning people in both the 3rd place and finals. All right, so I'm gonna go back just briefly. I am gonna play Monster Cat just because we do have an extended.
Wob Satopian says, Passer and Black Knight trying to figure out who's gonna cast the 3rd place match and who's gonna cast the finals. They said you guys should play a best of 3 to figure out who's gonna cast which one.
Awesome. Oh, my cat's being all cute and special here, so I gotta put her up here so she can sleep. Sorry guys, I've got like dad duties, as if you consider being a pet owner as a dad duty.
That's as close to a dad as anything else.
Yeah, I know. I mean, my cat's pretty finicky. I mean, trust me. I had an ex-girlfriend that was really kind of a lunatic, and so I equate owning a cat to dating a lunatic girlfriend because every few seconds it's like physical abuse. You get bitten, you get clawed at. You know, it's like the difference is I can't tell her, punch me again, yo, and we're done. In this case, it's more like meow meow, and that doesn't really translate into anything. But if you guys are watching, I got SC2 Pluto up here above me, just his little picture, because he's also casting right now. So go ahead and give his stream a follow. For those of you guys watching this on either YouTube or on some other person's stream where you can't see my pretty face, I am DJ Spectre. You can find me at twitch.tv/DJ Spectre or on Twitter at DJ Spectre TV. You have a Twitter, Pluto, and I swear to God, I forget it every friggin' time.
SC2_Pluto.
That's it. That's it.
Go hit follow, and SC2 Pluto for my Twitch. See, for some reason SC2 Pluto was taken in Twitter, so I had to add the stupid underscore.
Yeah, you and Regret are in the same boat because someone has Regret SC2 underbar, or that's his. But I'm like,
yeah.
What? Yeah, and DJ Spectre was taken on Twitter too by the actual DJ Spectre, which is not related to me, and I didn't even know he existed. However, I did get an email from him years and years and years and years and years and years ago because I have a Yahoo account that's similarly named, and he's like, "Can I buy your Yahoo account?" I'm like, "No."
How much would he buy it for?
He didn't even get to that point. I wouldn't let him. I wasn't going to take the money for it.
Because that would have been a good way to make money, though.
I wasn't gonna do it because I had like very private and personal emails in that mailbox.
Right.
So I was just like, no, I'm not giving up my I just wasn't giving up my personal life for him. It wasn't anything like to hell with the man or anything like noble. It was just like, no, I've got girlfriend's ex emails. I'm not over the girlfriend anymore. Or yeah, that literally was the reason. But
you just forward everything to your new email.
I do, or I should. I should have like literally set up forwarding on it, and that way I'd have gotten all of his like new password reset things and everything.
And just stolen the rest of his identity, sold it back to him.
I really like, hey, yeah, I know, like you bought the domain, but now I'm selling you back your life. I'm not sure which is worth more.
Anyways, let's go ahead and get these players introduced. Spawning in the.
What are you talking about? I'm not in the match.
Oh.
I was never invited to the game.
Oh no, that was a mistake.
Yeah, you never invited me. I told you I can't be in the party, but I gotta be in the match.
Well, we got wrecked.
But it's okay. You can ask him if they can remake.
Let's try this. I'm gonna share my screen with you on Skype.
Okay, this is gonna be the most unusual thing ever, but we'll do it. All right. Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I do. This is so weird.
Oh my God! I don't know why we didn't do this.
I don't know why we didn't need it, but hang on. This is so inventive. It's so inventive, like it deserves like a Pulitzer.
This is beautiful.
Never fear, regret is here. All right, so hold on. I gotta switch to this one, and then now I gotta re-add this screen capture. Hold on. This is gonna require some finagling. Hold on. You know what I gotta do? Hold on. I gotta exit that. I have to make this physically larger.
I forgot we never invited you. Damn, that's my fault.
Oh, man, I'm gonna punch you later.
I'll take the blame on that.
Alright, hang on, let me get this added here. Screen capture, so you guys can still see something. Okay. Now, I gotta max this out. Give me like a hot second. I gotta figure out how the hell I'm gonna place this thing. Okay, so that... Oh, shoot, you know what I didn't do? Hold on, I know what the problem is here. There we go. I think I can see it. It is really choppy, dude. Like, oh, by the way, and everything you alt-tab, you don't alt-tab, because I can see what you're alt-tabbing to.
Oh, that's cool.
It's doing, like, everything on your screen.
That's pretty cool, though. Anyways, yeah, we'll just stay in game from now on. I guess we'll go ahead and introduce the players to the best of our ability.
Alright.
Spawning in the top left-hand side, it is the purple Zerg player. Rivals prevail.
Yeah, guys, we had some technical issues. Welcome to my stream. This seems to always happen.
It's hard. It's hard to go on the stream and have it be like good.
Yeah, I mean it's tough. And weird things like this happen. Like I didn't even realize they were even ready to go.
I wasn't sure. I didn't know that you weren't in the game. It's hard to figure out that someone's not in the game when there's 15 people in the lobby.
Are you shitting me?
But yeah, spawning in the top right-hand
How are the?
side.
Oh, that's right, because you got all the admins and stuff. And yeah, guys, I apologize about the choppy stream. We're actually doing a screen capture through Skype. You know what's funny? It almost would be better if I did a team viewer, but oh no,
yeah.
it would, no, it wouldn't. This would be a lower frame rate. But anyway, that's what we're looking at here. So I'm gonna have to go by Pluto's stream, and actually I'm gonna move. Will this thing move with me? Okay, it'll move with me down here. So sorry about this. This is the most awkward looking thing I've ever done, but as I watch the screen rotate and go crazy.
Spawning in the top left, right-hand side, it is the Guns N' Roaches Protoss player, Absolute Zero. So let's do our best to figure out what's going on for you as well. But yeah, Cybercore on the way, and across the map 3 hatches are down.
By the way, were you the one who created the lobby?
I did not know.
All right, just send a chat to the party at some point to let them know. That's a lot of people in the party.
Yeah,
man.
that is a lot of people.
I guess it looks like all we see out of this is just so far like just typical, like, you know, I mean, what Regret said. He goes ahead and he does a he puts down the creep tumor to go ahead and try to join his bases right away instead of doing an injection. He goes fast 3 base again. You know. Oh, by the way, you don't have. Oh, you do have the series correct. Okay, good. Okay. Thought it said best of 3 for a second, but the screen's like I'll get it'll pop in and out for clarity on my end. So. Anyway, but yeah, so that's what we're. It doesn't seem anything crazy. We see a fast 3 pool. We see an expansion. Basically, this is what sort of StarCraft has evolved to, where you now see everyone taking expansions long before the early attack. I'm really beginning to think that, like, you know, 1 bases almost should dominate because it's 1 bases you can really kill, like 2 base economy if you hit at the right time. There really isn't a lot they can do. You can, and you don't. And the thing is, in a 2 base versus 1 base scenario, you don't go after the expansion. You go after the production buildings. That's literally all you kill. To heck with the workers, because it doesn't matter. They can't defend them if you've killed everything else. So you go after pylons, depots. You go after barracks. You know, you go after the Evo chambers. You go after the roach warrens. That sort of stuff. You know, the spawning pools. That's what you kill. So, but everyone's kind of like, no, I want to go macro games. So now we see 14-minute games of where everyone dies in 1 fight.
Yeah, everybody works really hard for 13.5 minutes, and then 30 seconds later, 1 army's dead and 1 army's just barely alive, and that person wins.
Yep, and the match could have been. And I remember when StarCraft matches were over in 9 minutes, and that was the average.
Yeah, so, but it looks like we're going to see a War Prism out of Absolute Zero. And he's the one that got to play against. We had to see Zerg games with him in the previous series. So it's up to Prevail to figure out what's going on. Let's see how what this War Prism is going to be used for. He really hasn't gotten any units here to send out just yet. But maybe he will try to do the sentry thing. Oh, he's just going to drop Zealots. Okay, this is cool too.
Yeah, so I mean, he's gonna do the Warp Prism harass. This isn't bad, but I mean, he's still got 3 bases to contend with over there on the other side for Zerg. You know, I mean, he'll drop in the Warp Prism, you know, and it'll do some damage here.
It helps you take your third. It helps you take your third when you do that. Oh, surrounds on the Queen. Gets the surround on the Queen. Nicely done. So he picks up the Queen. He's gonna pick up the units, and he's gonna get out of there. Damage done, and he should be taking his 3rd behind this, I believe. So yeah, the War Prism is going to go down into the main. There's roaches there to defend, and where'd he go? Yeah, there's roaches there to defend, and he should be able to take his 3rd. He hasn't sent out that probe yet, but he has 1,000. Oh, he's just going to put down 3 more gateways, 4 more gateways. Okay, that's cool too, I guess.
Yeah, why not? I mean, because, you know, do it to it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's just gonna all in off of 2 bases here. He could get the Queen again. He decides not to. There's 2 queens there and a couple of roaches, so he's gonna back out with that War Prism. He has Immortals on the way. He has a lot of sentries on the way, and he's just gonna make a lot of gateways go and attack across the map with Blink like he did in the first game. He also has the DT Shrine. He's not gonna cancel this time, and perhaps do some damage with DTs in the back of the base while he's doing aggression at the front with all of his gateways.
The DTs alone would be. I like watching. I mean, I hate having to deal with them, but like using them, it's so glorious.
Yeah. But yeah, completely unscouted there. The Overseer is going into the base right now, so he should be able to scout it out. If yeah, I think he does scout it out there. But the roaches at the front now has to deal with a couple of sentries, Immortals, and the Photon Overcharge.
Oh yeah, and this is not going to go down very well for the roaches. I mean, they're trying to get in there. They're picking off some sentries, but there's just two immortals there, and they're out of range of the roaches. And the immortals are just going to literally wreck face, and that's
Yeah.
typically in the form of just the bloody goo you see from roaches, you know. And there's another attack up in the main that I think just of the DTs, and unfortunately he flees with everything, but he does not have any vision over here. The Overseer was actually in the main of the Protoss player simply to. Oh, he's going to lose it. He's going to lose the lair.
Yeah. He could even get the Hydra done if he wanted to. He's actually just going to get out with the Warp Prism and maybe even go into the Natural where there is no Overseer, which means that he can actually do a little bit more work on that hatchery if he wants to. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. There's more Overseers coming over.
And to those of you guys watching my stream, I apologize about this first game of the finals not going well. I'm actually, Pluto is actually stream sharing with me, or screen sharing. So over a Skype call, I'm viewing his computer from Georgia, and then I'm restreaming it to you guys from Chicago. So this is the fact that I'm getting even 2 or 3 frames a second is pretty impressive.
We have come far in our technological progress. But
anyway, this engagement is actually not going to go very well for the Zerg player. There just is not enough roaches, and there's far too many immortals.
not at all, and there's a lot of sentries with a lot of force fields there. Actually, only 3 sentries, but that's still quite a lot of force fields.
That's plenty with that kind of anti-armor attack. I mean, Stalkers do bonus versus armor. Immortals are the true immortal or armor killer, and more units are being warped in. I mean, these roaches are toast. I mean, the only way you can beat this army is Hydra Ling. This is how you beat this composition, and he's got Roach Ling. Or
Yeah,
Roach
I don't
Hydra.
know why Absolute Zero doesn't attack into this. I think if he got some good force fields off, he could definitely just win the battle. I think he's up on upgrades too. Yeah, he has +2. He's getting his 3rd base, which he really doesn't need if he just attacked. He's chronoing into all of his gateways, and he's getting a robo bait. He just doesn't like to engage into the Hydras. And I can understand that. I can see why he doesn't like to do that. But even sending his Warp Prism into the main and warping in a bunch of DTs again, there's no detection here. He could do so much damage.
Yeah, and there's nothing mining back there either. I mean, like, if you notice, he's got nothing mining in the main, and he's cleaning up the creep rather nicely at the front. So, I mean, very quickly, Prevail is not looking at a scenario that he wants to be in as a Zerg player. He doesn't have the right composition for this. He doesn't have enough units, even with the composition that he does have. You know, I mean, it's not a huge supply difference. It's 102 to 92. I'm sorry, it's 101 to 92 for Army. I'm sorry, 107 to 92. So it's not massive, but I mean, that's still enough to make a big difference. I'm not sure what the upgrades are. It looks like it's just +2 weapons, and it looks like you just cut out. Hello, Pluto. Pluto. I believe we just lost Pluto, which means we also just lost the match. Let me see what happened there. Let me go find out what happened to Pluto here. Hang on. Hello? Hold on. I have no idea what the heck just happened there. I'm gonna just find him. I need to do this. I have no idea what just happened. It just disconnected and won't let me reconnect to him.
Hello?
Hey, you're back now. I don't know what happened. Like, literally, it just ended your end of the call. It didn't do anything on mine. Yeah. So anyway, I'm not sure what's going on. So, yeah.
There we go.
There we go. We will re-show this once more, peeps. So hang tight, homies and fellows of the... Oh, I don't need that. Let's redo this screen capture here so it's proper. Which, I don't know why that's here. I don't need that call. No. I need this screen capture. So we're going to delete that large one. I can't tell. Your screen is fried. I sort of see what's going on. This is so
Yeah, it's probably really, really bad quality, but
I'll make it work.
You know. Yeah, little bit supply blocked is absolute zero, but he is almost at the supply cap of 200, so it doesn't really matter. The Zerg army is still looking pretty big, but it's not, 140 army supply. He is remaxing right now, but it all really depends on the force field and on the engagement. I don't think Storm is done. Yeah, he doesn't want to be taking that fight. He is going to try to re-engage. The War Prism, is going to drop the Immortal directly in front of the Zerg army. That was a little bit strange. I think that was a misclick, but...
I know. Yeah, continue.
Heart out.
Yeah, you know what it looks like, actually, and I think I know what it was. I think it looks like... I'm getting literally 1 frame a second from you. I mean, there's some action going on. I can barely tell what's going. I think I'm behind actually on you because I do see a big fight going on. There's Colossus shooting everything, and it looks like the Zerg army got evaporated there. And GG was called.
Yep. GG.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll get you into this game so you don't have to just watch my screen being shared over Skype. Yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, I think what it was, so Skype actually changes the resolution and frame rate when it detects an unstable internet connection. So I'm not sure how it determined that. But anyway, if you want to go ahead and stop your screen sharing, we don't have to do that anymore.
Yep, we'll go ahead and turn that off and get you invited into the next game. All but right. Absolute Zero winning game number 1.
Let's do this. Boomity, 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 boom. I need to do this. Where's what I need? Add. Alright, that's what I wanted to do. Go to this one. There we go. And now I gotta re-add your picture. Why is... Oh, because this is a different chat, that's why. Add screen capture. Yeah, I apologize about that, guys. I didn't get invited to that game because some of those people in there were like, "No, we don't like DJ." Actually, that wasn't it. It was just an accident. But we will get back into this this game 2 here. With it looked like our Prevail was not able to prevail. I'm sure he hasn't heard that joke about 599 times. All right, 1 second. I got to turn my air conditioner on.
But yeah, best of 5. Pro has taken game number 1, and we're about to head into game number 2. So that is basically very standard PvZ right now. This is the meta. Lots of sentries, lots of stalkers, good force fields, mixed a couple Colossus and Storm there, and you really just have a lot of gateway units, just like a ton of gateway units, and you try to take fights in areas where you can choke off some of the Zerg units so that you're not fighting them all at the same time. Basically cookie cutter PvZ. And we're heading into game number 2 here in a ZVP.
Dang it. It won't turn on. Sorry, I couldn't get my air conditioner to start up. For some reason, I have it on its efficiency mode, and when it detects the temperature as a certain temperature, it goes down. But it's obviously not that temperature in my room. This room is scorching right now. So, however, down in the lower right-hand corner, left-hand corner, I mean, because it's my other left, we've got our purple Zerg, currently down in the series 1-0. It's Prevail.
And in the top left-hand side, the teal Protoss player, up 1, looking to make it 3 in a row. It is absolute 0.
So, I say this every game, and I want to see it. I want to see Nidus Worms.
Yep.
I want Nidus, and you know where I want the Nidus to be?
Someone's flagging.
It's not me. I didn't feel it. That wasn't me.
It's gone now.
Alright, so the lag is real. So they did pause the game. Technical issues always do cause this sort of weird oddities if you've ever... whoa, what is going on? Why do I have ads showing up here? I don't want ads. Why do I have an advertisement where your face should be? Alright, whatever. This isn't working today. No, can't cancel that. Cancel that. There you go. There's your bright and shiny face. Why is this all potatoed? Alright, I'm just gonna delete this. This isn't working. None here.
Yeah, I felt it for a second there, but I think it's gone. According to Blizzard, my wireless signal is excellent. I'm not sure exactly how you check that.
You can go in. I don't know. You go in your task, the wireless signal manager, and my networking. I'm running at 243 megabits a second on my Wi-Fi, so I don't have any problems there. And I'm utilizing literally, even watching this game, I'm utilizing 1% of my total wireless bandwidth on my network card.
Wow.
Which is why I don't understand why I keep getting disconnected from BattleNet.
Let's go ahead and try speedtest.net and see where we're at today.
You really want to do that while you're casting?
Take like a second. 540 megabits per second.
You have Google Fiber in Atlanta?
I think so. I think we have Google Fiber.
Well, did you sign up for Google Fiber specifically?
No, I did not, because I have Georgia Tech, so...
Oh, you're on the campus?
Yeah.
Oh, then you guys have got a T1. And I'm running somewhere around like 74 megabits. I canceled the speed test just because I didn't need it anymore.
Ah.
But I have 20 megabits up, which is more than enough.
Yeah, definitely more than enough. So, looks like Prevail's going to have the lucky Overlord Scout in this game. He's setting both up. He's setting both in the same direction. He's very, very sure that his opponent is up here.
He's double checking to make sure that none of the expansions by his base suddenly now at Approximate. But that is one early pylon, bro. Oh, that's just a scout pylon, sorry. I thought that was, yeah, okay. For some reason, I thought we were earlier in the game than we were. Apparently, I can't read a timer, people.
Yeah, it's 2:18, so... Yeah, normal timing, but the probe is going to go in the wrong way, unfortunately.
Yeah, but he will be able to tell from the Overlord direction that how it enters his base exactly where the guy's at. Which is something when you're playing as Zerg, you might as well just wait and then send the probe out, because you get by the time the Overlord hits your base, they've had to decide on a tech path basically. Because I know, am I going gas? Am I going gasless? Am I going, you know, one base? Am I going two base? Am I going three bases Zerg? So I know that one base isn't a thing anymore really with Zerg. It never really was.
Three hatch before pool. That is his choice.
We've seen a lot of that in this series from Zergs.
Well, in the last series we saw three bases, but it was a pull first into three bases very fast. This is the first one I think we've seen a true three hatch before pool. This
yeah,
is
that is
the greediest greedy of greed that the Zerg can possibly greed. That's what this is, and you know, it's going to be a gateway core expand out of Protoss, which means that he can really take advantage of this if he wants to, or he can just play for the macro game, but he will be a little bit behind.
Well, I'm going to call it carriers. Dark Templar Carrier, that's it. Dark Templar Carrier, that's his build. That's a build now.
Dark Templar into Carrier.
No. Dark Templar and Carriers. That's all you do. So
oh,
what
at
you do
the same
is
time.
Yeah. No observers. Who cares? Just send the Dark Templar in to kill the Marines, because you know Marines hard counter carriers, and that's it. And then carriers kill everything else. And then he's not gonna know what to do. He's gonna be like, "There's Dark Templar on the ground, so I need Ravens, but the carriers kill the Ravens, or I'm sorry, the Overseers. I don't know what to do." GG.
You know what needs to happen?
What?
Okay, so Mothership cloaks units, right?
Yeah.
What needs to happen is if the unit is already cloaked, like a
double cloak?
DT, it double cloaks it, yeah, and you need two observers.
Oh, I think what it should do is it should do the opposite. A cloak cancels a cloak, so if you cloak a cloaked item, it reveals it.
No, what's the point of an uncloaked DT?
No, what I'm saying is you could use a Mothership core to kill a Banshee that way. So what it is you'd have a cloaked Banshee in your base, but you got a Mothership, so you bring the Mothership over and it decloaks the... It's like, you know, it's like, what is it? So if you have a rope on either end, and like, I tug the rope one direction and you tug it the other direction, when the two waves meet in the middle, it cancels each other out.
Yeah.
Physics, boys and girls, physics, only on DJ and Pluto's stream.
StarCraft physics.
Exactly. Because you know what? Because you know what? We all know that Banshees could never ever shoot in the air. Even though they're shooting missiles which fly through the air. You don't realize that's the only unit that literally defies what it should be able to do. And Reapers, I guess. Reapers should be able to shoot air also.
Well, they float. They literally float.
Reapers do? Well, they do.
They hover. They have like jetpacks.
Yeah, so I don't understand why Zerglings even can attack them. Why don't they just use the jetpack to just like fly over the Zerglings? Yeah, Reapers should be immune to Zergling attacks. They should be flying units like Banshees. They can't shoot. They can only shoot ground targets.
Well, this is a pretty strong attack. This is the same one we saw out of him in the last series. He gets an Oracle, he gets a bunch of gateway units that he warps in, and he distracts at the front with the gateway units, and eventually he goes in with that Oracle and does a lot of damage. Lairs on the way for Prevail, you know, and I think this is going to do a lot of damage. I think the Oracle has the opportunity to do a lot of damage. It all depends on the micro.
Yeah, I agree with this idea, because what is going to happen is he's going to distract the normal Zerg intense macro by, oh, I got to make a Spore, or I need to make extra Queens or something. In the meantime, while he's smashing all the keys to do that, suddenly, oops, there's an attack at your name the base sort of location, you know? It's like,
yeah,
attack at your third, or attack at your natural, or I'm dropping in your main with a small force and attacking your natural with another. I mean, this sort of composition allows for a lot of harassment, especially if he decides to go for a Warp Prism. But he does see with that Overlord. Yeah, so he knows what's coming, but he just can't do really anything about it. And my cat is attacking my hand right now. How?
Oh, this queen is going down.
Oh, no kidding. And it's still got health to take out. Ow! Dang it, sorry, my cat's biting my arm.
Oh my god, he killed the Spore Crawler as it was building.
And look at the natural. That's a base that's not going to be a base anymore.
Oh yeah, you can definitely just kill the base and then recall out of there before anything even really happens.
And there's 4 roaches to defend this whole thing. Now they do manage to pick off the stalkers, and he did get the queen really picking off the mothership core, but they were focused more on the on dealing with the oracles because 13 workers were killed in that. Wow, that is a lot of workers. Total workers now. Somehow it's even. I don't know how that's even possible.
Well, it's even because 3 hatched before pooled, right?
Yeah.
So he would have been far ahead, and now instead of being far ahead, he's actually, you know, the same on workers. He's behind on bases. He has to rebuild that natural now, and you know he does have the layer in the main at least. So he doesn't lose that. But foot on overcharge now. He does have 100 energy left to for you know that defense at the natural, and obviously a Void Ray coming out. The roaches can't do anything about that.
No.
So he's gonna need some sort of other layer tech to deal with this. Maybe a Hydra Den or something. But
yeah, I think they should introduce a new mechanic in StarCraft. Like, well, elevation. So, like I said, I think Reapers should be able to, like, okay, so let's say a Zergling, that's a level 1 elevation. It can never, ever shoot things in the air, right? With very rare exceptions, right? Can't ever get to anything. However, a Reaper could shoot something at a certain distance, but it's never going to be able to shoot something like a carrier or like a Viking, which quite obviously flies at a much higher altitude, right?
yeah.
And then, that's what I'm saying. And I don't think Stalkers should technically be able to shoot carriers either for the same reason. So what it is, you have like your big, large tier items that fly like an altitude tier of like 3, whereas like things like Banshees have to fly an altitude tier of 2 because they have to be able to hit the ground. I think that's what should happen. I think that's what we need, so that things like Reapers can shoot up and Roaches can hit things like Banshees.
Here we go. He does. I don't know if he used that prismatic alignment ability yet, but he does lose a sentry on the ground. Burrow's on the way along with Tunneling Claws. That's interesting. So perhaps he will try to do some shenanigans with that. But, you know, in the meantime, I think Protoss has to start focusing on establishing a third base. He's up on probes right now. You know, I'll give him that. And he does have, you know, he has a Hydra coming out. I think he can snipe this third base and then just recall home.
Yeah, and he needs to kill. He'll kill this tumor here hopefully soon, and that'll allow him to put down the next. Well, I guess he can put the Nexus there, that close one anyway. But there's not a lot of units versus a lot of units here, and typically the former beats the latter. And so the Queens come in to try to pick off the Mothership Core. They decide, hey, well, let's actually kill those Zealots. So
recall.
Oh, does he? Nice. Oh, he almost gets it.
Gets it, but just barely. And remember, there's no detection here. There's absolutely no detection. Prevail can burrow with his roaches and just survive forever. He needs to make another. He doesn't have a robo. He needs to make a another Oracle. Yeah. Yeah,
and there he goes. There's the burrow. There's the burrow. Although he does it kind of poorly, in the sense that he needs to move the roaches into the base or something. But anyway, he moves away. And how many roaches is that actually? I mean, that's a decent roach army moving fairly quickly. I mean, that's 22 roaches, and they're at +1 weapons. So is that, hold on, is that +1 melee or no? That's the ranged attack.
So yeah, that's what Protoss is doing. Just keep killing bases and like tripling your opponent's economy. It's working pretty well for him so far.
Yeah, I mean he did lose his third. Oh, I'm sorry, Prevail did, but this is now, like I said, Prevail needs to go take a fifth down here that's out of the way, or a fourth that's out of the way that's safe. Like take one somewhere at the bottom of the map, because it doesn't look like you know, Absolute Zero is really poking around looking for cutesy ways into the base. I mean, he sees the creep, he knows where the creep's coming from, he knows what direction he's got to charge down. So like all these bases around the periphery on the eastern part of the map are available for taking, and will be relatively safe, I would think.
I would like DTs here because yes, there are spore crawlers, but there's no overseers, like none at all. Not even a single one. There's a lot of Void Rays out, but there's also Hydras now, so Storm is going to be vital. Storm's about to finish, but there's not a lot of Templar. There's only 3, and they don't have too much energy. So, you know, this is actually a perfect time to attack for Prevail. Actually, right before those High Templar get enough energy. I think there's enough for 2 Storms.
Yeah, and that's not going to be able to... Well, I mean, now with Micro, he won't be able to kill this whole thing.
3 Storms, I don't know. 3 Storms is good because all you have to kill is the Hydras. The Roaches will get taken care of by the Voids here. There's so many of them, 8 of them right now, and 1 more in production. So, I don't know. I like the Protoss spot. I think it's too late to attack. There's 3 Queens here, and there's Infestors on the way. I think Infestors is the correct response.
Yeah, and the thing is, when he engages, he needs to have the Hydras basically engage only the Mothership Core to start with, then the Void Rays, and have the Roaches deal with basically with the Zealots, and I think that's very doable. And he is now... Oh, there's a Photon Cannon, though. These Roaches that were Snow Sneaky are now going to get spotted, so they don't actually get into the base, and he tries to pull them back, but it just no dice. He loses 2 of them in the attack, and he avoids getting concaved. But hold on, he decides he's committing to this. Oh, the Storm goes down and pushes him back. But then they say, hey, let's go back into the Storm again, apparently, because that's a thing.
Suicide wish. But you know what? He's going to burn the Roaches. He's going to regen on that. And he's not going to lose too much there. You know, he is going to lose a bit on the Hydras. But for us is actually getting eager now. Let's see how good these Storms are going to be.
Oh, right in the middle of the group. Awesome. He feedbacks the Queens. That's awesome.
And makes them into Archons. The Infestors get here just a little bit too late. You know, he needs those fungals on the Void Rays, but the Void is ripping through everything right now, just tearing this to shreds.
He does get 1. Fungal. Yeah, that's a good fungal. Did get all the Void Rays, but he's still dealing with the freaking Zealots down there.
It really nicely. And the 3rd.
Yeah, I mean, he just doesn't have enough units to take out these Void Rays. I mean, he got great fungals, but this Zealot reinforce is just going to wreck face. So right now, he needs a lot of Roaches, a lot of Hydras, and
Hydras, really. Roaches aren't going to shoot up, so the Void Rays are going to go uncontested.
And here we go, Star Trek phasers to the rescue. There are a few more Hydras, but they get target fired down, and that's that. The Roaches then go to kill something else that's on the ground. However, there's nothing on the ground to kill.
Yeah, they're just in there with their little acid bombs, not able to reach up into the Void Rays, and the Void Rays are going to go through and kill everything, I believe. The Roach is going down to the 4th base over here. The 3rd base has only 1 cannon, but remember, he does still have his gateways he can warp in to defend at home, especially if you have DTs right now. Oh, he does have a DT shrine, which means that he can defend against the Roaches very easily by just warping in DTs, because the Roaches cannot detect that. So, yeah,
but this is a base trade that's not. But yeah, but this is a base trade. It's not going to work for Prevail. I mean, he does. I mean, Absolute Zero goes ahead and brings the Void Rays back as he needs them, because he knows he really can't attack him with the Gateway Force. And the Roaches actually pull out because there's no detection over here, and the DTs actually start to do some work on them.
Yeah, and the DTs also don't have any detection. He needs a Robo. Just put on a Robo and get a couple of observers out. Oh, he's bringing Oracles over, so that's fine, I guess. But the Void Rays are going to go down to this other base, and I don't know if there's enough Hydras here just yet to be able to defend against it. There's a lot of Void Rays out. Mass Void, 12 Void Rays. So
welcome to Wings of Liberty, folks.
This is Wings of Liberty. And the Roaches are still here, actually. They could be doing some counterattacks. There's 2 photon cannons. He should be able to... Oh, he's going to infest the Terran. And it gets taken out.
Still, that's all cute. Here comes the engagement with the Mass Void Ray. I mean, he's got everything. There's DTs, there's Zealots. The Mass Void Ray is not going to be able to kill all this. There's too much air to distract the Void Rays, and the Zealots are just going to chew through the Hydras, because Zealots and DTs versus Hydras mean there's a lots of goo and not a lot of dead
fungal, at least, but there's even no Overseer. GG.
And that is that.
Game number 2
goes to Absolute Zero.
Yeah,
so he's
very
not
nicely done.
Yeah, he's not an absolute 0. He's an absolute 2. I don't know. That was a terrible game.
Absolute hero.
Oh, yeah, dog. Let's switch back. Go back to 5. Hey, and guess what? I didn't even lag out once there.
Nice.
Nice.
We're making progress.
I don't know. I have no idea what caused it. You know what? Maybe it was just, maybe regret was the problem.
Just blame it on regret.
Oh, I'm going to blame everything on him. All right, give me 1 second here. I'm going to step away. Invite me
wait,
to...
stay, stay.
Just stay for the invite.
Yeah, get the invite and then step away. Just so that we make sure you're not left out.
So let's look at the 3rd place match real quick here. That was the only other one that was going on. Looks like that match is actually still going on. I don't want to be inside to the party, Scarecrow, so I'm going to decline that and tell him to invite me only to the...
I guess I suggested you for party instead of suggesting you for the game.
Yeah,
Not
you get... So I sent Scarecrow a message saying invite me only to the match, not the party. So once they create the lobby, there we go.
There we go.
Alright, I just gotta run to my kitchen real quick. It's 2 seconds. It's like right behind me. One.
This is game number 3 of the grand finals. Best of 5 between Absolute Zero and Prevail is PVZ, and Absolute Zero currently 2-0 right now.
So, I mean, I'm looking at this, and I don't really see anything really that that Absolute Zero has been doing wrong in his play, right? I mean, he's been poking, he's been doing, like, a distraction over here with a main push over here. He kept the bases down. He did things that were right. What do you think Prevail could have done differently to have kept himself in that game, and more so in this tournament?
I think he needed to detect investors faster. Right? His opponent tech to void raise very fast. And that's part of what happens when you go for 3 hatch before pull. Your opponent does get, a lot of tech very fast. So, number 1, not losing that base at the beginning. Building more units and defending that properly. And number 2, after that, it is just teching faster to infestors. As soon as you get that infestation pit, you need to start getting that upgrade for the energy, and also get the upgrade, and then also start getting infestors faster so that they have enough energy to fungal. If you have fungal, I think that fight when you attack with hydras and you can fungal the void race goes very, very well for you.
I totally agree, in the sense that he had the right idea, but he just didn't have the right composition. Once again, he went in, it was Immortal Stalker, and he went Roach Hydra. Yeah, he held the push, but at what cost? He needed Zerglings. Like either Zerg Roach, Ling Roach or Ling Hydra to kill that. And then Mass Void Race, he just never had enough money for the Hydras he needed.
Yeah. Takes a lot of Hydras. And the DTs also, he didn't really have an Overseer at any point until the very end, so... you get to turn those things around. You think that Absolute Zero is going to proxy 2-gate again.
That would be a nice quick end to the series, wouldn't it?
I don't know. I think he's confident in his macro ability, so he's not going to... But let's go ahead and introduce these players. Spawning in the, the left-hand side, it is the purple Zerg player for Team Rival. It is Prevail.
And his opponent, currently up 2-0. It's the Teal Protoss. It is Absolute Zero!
Yeah, so... I'm really predicting a 3-0 right here because I'm very, very impressed by Absolute Zero's play so far. But, he also has this expansion in his base. Whenever Protoss has this expansion that they can take very, very safely, it's a very good thing. It's a very good sign. But, Prevail can turn this around. We saw in the last series, Absolute Zero not absolutely unstoppable because he did lose that one game in the 3rd game. It was actually this game. So we'll see if Prevail is going to be able to do the same thing and to steal a game off of his opponent.
For this, I really think Prevail and the others are... I think Prevail needs to stop the 3-gate or the 3-hatch push. I think if he wants to do a 3-hatch, I think he maybe does it as a macro hatch. I know it's very not common, but the idea is it would still give him the larva output early on. And so he could use 2 base economy to basically fund that extra larva. Because you don't necessarily need the economy, and it's further away, right? So he can also use it for a base defense where it just sits here at his front next to his natural, and so it acts as sort of a partial wall. or something creative like that. Like I said, the Nidus Worm play might not be a bad idea. You can sneak a Nidus Worm with an Overlord back here into the back corner of the natural here. You could sneak one up here on the high ground where you normally put your proxy pylon. You can do some other things really interesting with Nidus Worm play, particularly on this map because of the way there's like high grounds and bridges and like weird spots off in corners where you're not going to necessarily path by when you go to scout. So I think he needs to whip out some trickiness.
Yeah. Even like the even some sort of 10 pull would have been nice. 14 pull. You can always do quite a lot of damage with that. And Absolute Zero has proven that he's very good at the macro game. Try him in a little bit of cheese,
Yeah.
Or even a Roach Baneall in or something like that. Like a Baneling bust, that would be pretty cool.
I do think it needs to be something completely weird. Like maybe have an Overlord puke creep in a weird place and on that creep build a spire.
Yeah,
like just so that you can't see it,
Yeah, just like a hidden spire rush.
Stuff I mean, just something unusual. I'm not saying that necessarily that, like, is that viable in, like, in day-to-day play? No, not necessarily. You couldn't do that all the way to...
I've seen Caitlyn do that before.
Really?
Actually, her Grandmaster game, the game that she got Grandmaster with, she did that. She hit Proxy to Spire.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. Because getting Grandmaster is not easy, so if you
we've actually had several promotions. Koshki, who you weren't around for when I casted her matches, she actually got promoted to Master. She's another Diamond player. She just started showing up in the Platinum Diamond tournaments. She didn't show up this
Diamond
week.
Masters now, right?
Yeah. So like I said, now she's Masters, so she doesn't qualify for the Platinum Diamond anymore. And by the way, Passer, thank you for the host. You are a badass. You are a badass.
Shout out to Passer.
Passer 2300, who's another caster. He has, I give him the computer fail feels because I had computer issues for quite a while due to a extreme overclock that I truly took to the extreme and finally had to just back off ever so slightly to stabilize. And Passer is suffering the slings of arrows of his computer build and whatever wonkiness he's experiencing with Windows 10 at the moment.
Passer wins the Sexiest Caster of the Year award.
He does?
Yeah, he does. He just won. He just won.
But who? According to who?
According to me, I'm the absolute authority on that.
On the sexiest casters in the world. So who's the? So if you're able to recognize the sexiest caster, then who's the most unsexy caster in the world?
Nathanius.
Wow, really?
No, I'm just
wow.
kidding. He's a pretty sexy man. I would have to go with I don't know. There's quite a few of them that could use a little bit of a makeover.
I think In Control should learn how to use. In Control should learn how to wear a tie.
Learn how to comb his bun.
No, by the way, dude, he needs to cut that shit. That hair is so Point Break. I don't even know what to say. Like.
Yeah.
Like really, like Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves called from the '90s and wants their hair back. Yeah. Like just stop. That's what that is.
You know the sad Keanu.
What?
Sad Keanu meme.
Oh, okay, I've heard it, but I don't know what it means.
Yeah, it's what I wish instead of calling it sad Keanu, I wish people called it Keanu Greaves.
Oh, hold on, that's from the end of Point Break though. It's where he's like, I'm an FBI agent! That's where he yells. He doesn't say it with a British accent, like, for whatever reason I just did, but he yells that in the film, and they're now remaking Point Break again. I just saw the preview for it. Went up to go see Fantastic Four.
Oh.
But we do see tunneling. Once again, we see tunneling claws and burrow. So we're going to see some fancy roach stuff. Since no one's decided they wanted to really attack each other, we saw a little poke here at the back with Zerglings. But now there's a complete wall because, when you're a Protoss and you want to defend, build 3 pylons, 3 gateways, and a warp prism full of zealots, and rinse, repeat until you win.
Yeah. But honestly, though, like, this attack last time, he got a queen for it. He's gonna encounter 2 queens this time, which could always do a little bit more damage. But we'll see what he's going to be able to do here. He has Immortals on the way. This is very similar to the first game. He has that Twilight Council about to finish up. And here we go. This Warp Prism is going to try to do some work.
Once again, he drops in the third, and he's going to get a queen for his efforts.
Nice.
And then he warps in 4 more, so he's like, you know what, screw it. I'm going to take your base and then take all your bases, and then I'm going to go over here and move this warp prism somewhere else so I can warp in some more stuff. And I believe he's actually going to get this. Oh, he's going to get the hatch. The hatch is completely focused down, and that is it. And now the zealots are going to go to work on the broodlings and the queens. He's going to lose another queen here. Holy cow.
Oh my god. Massive amounts of damage.
Oh my god, that was insane. I mean, if you look at this, like the units lost tab, I mean, he only lost 9 units, but in that 9 units, he also lost a base.
A base plus 2 queens there. It's basically pretty all in for Prevail at this point. He can expand, but look, he has 46 army supply to 21. He has to break this ramp. He has to break this ramp. And or he could actually go into the back, break down the rocks, maybe take a couple of these gateways and try to win that way.
Oh, wait a minute, are his immortals stuck? Oh no, his immortals might be stuck here. If they go up this ramp, they're going to burrow, but they can be seen by the cannons, but they can go underneath the force fields, and now they're all in the base. The 2 immortals actually are doing some damage, but the roaches are getting on the way. The force field actually trapped several of them together. I can't keep track of where all these roaches are right now, but there are several in this base.
There's too many units for Protoss. Even with the tunneling claws in the burrow, he didn't have all of his roaches attacking at the same time. He's gonna get 1 roach to maybe kill a probe or 2, which is nice, I guess. Doesn't even get a single probe. No,
he doesn't. And the other thing is that now there are, he does have observers out, because I saw one at the front of the ramp earlier. It's been moved. He's tearing down this wall here to try to get in here. This actually is
the wrong rocks. Like the other ones, he already took down to half health, and then he started over with the other ones.
Oh man, the feel, the pain, the suffering.
Now he has 2 rocks at over half health now.
Yeah. And now a cannon is going to go down to prevent the burrow micro. 2 cannons are going to go down. And you know what this actually is what he needs to do is, since there's no observer now at the front, he's going to do exactly what he thinks. He sends in a changeling into the base to see what's going on, and then he's going to send these 4 roaches in there to do some work. He does have the rocks sort of broken down, so he can punch at least a hole sort of in here if he needs to, and then move in through the main. But the Stalkers are now moving out to check the front, so this army, once again, is out of position. He does get 1 gateway for his efforts, yeah. But he is forced to pull back because the main army of Absolute Zero has come and decided to stop this nonsense.
I think he should just take this bottom expansion, right? Break down the other rocks yourself, take the bottom expansion and leave your army there to defend, and wall off the top. Oh, that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to wall off the top, and the roaches aren't going to be able to get in, especially with the cannon there. Oh, he recalls forward. He recalls. The recall was overkill for only 4 roaches, but you know what? At least he's going to be perfectly safe with that.
Well, the cannon has a limited vision range, so it wasn't able to. He couldn't necessarily tell if the 4 roaches were an expeditionary force or a for like a larger attack, or just what they were, which was kind of like a scout poke. See what we can do.
But now that he's killed him, he should be feeling pretty good about just moving across the map and winning the game, because he is up. Or actually, now he's down on army supply, but he is.
How did that happen?
Actually, wait, he's down on supply. He's just behind. But you know what? He is up on bases, or he's even on bases, I guess. And he has a big, pretty scary army.
Yeah, and once again, we see this push in here. He mismanaged his attack down here at the bottom. He does get the units in here. There's a few stalkers here. He's focusing firing. Oh, no, actually, he decides to just run past it. Whoa, real indecision there. He actually goes ahead and says, okay, you got your stuff in my base. I need to kill all your stuff. So he focuses fire down the zealot, gets the stalkers. He's going to go ahead and take out this cannon and get some real work done in this the natural
but he can recall. So Absolute Zero can just kill all the bases of the Zerg player, recall, and be perfectly fine. He's just warping in more and more stalkers at home, and I think he's done it. I think Absolute Zero is going to take the 3-0 victory here, especially if he keeps the Mothership Core alive. And oh, huge blink forward there, and recalls home to deal with the rest of these Hydras that are moving across the map right now. He's going to be perfectly fine.
Yeah, and the Hydras actually don't move into the base like they're supposed to. They keep trying to take out the gateways, and you don't want to do it. What you want to do is take out the pylons that are powering them, and he doesn't do that. Like, again, several small missteps like this, like attacking the wrong rocks, attacking the wrong building, misfocusing other things. I mean, I understand he's got like a base trade going on over here. He loses the Hydra Den, but he's got 2 Roach Warrens? What? That was craziness.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, he had 2 Roach Warrens.
They can totally recall now with most of these, or at least some of these units, and leave a couple of stalkers here to clean up the rest of it, and I think it'll be perfectly fine.
I mean, the re-expansion down here at the 5th base, and he's got another one down here. He's just stalling for time at this point. I mean, he's not able to finish this fight, basically. And and with the upgrade advantage being sorely in Ground Zero's favor, he traps 4 of these Hydras, and that be what it is. They don't think it be what it be, but it do.
Nice. Absolute Zero taking the game, taking a 3-0 for clinching the finals, the grand finals of the ESL Platinum Diamond Tournament. Congratulations to Absolute Zero, our Protoss victor.
Yes, he was one dope mofo. He manages to take it. He becomes our champion today. I'm not going to play We Are the Champions because that's just cheap and cheesy. Plus, I hate the song. So, if anyone ever plays that song anywhere for me, I'm going to shoot the DJ in the face. And I won't be polite about it. I'll make everyone watch. I'm kidding. I won't actually do it. I'll just probably fire the guy and tell him he'll never work again. But
rude.
I hate that. Like, I hate We Are the Champions. Like Eye of the Tiger. Like, yeah. The 70s, with the exception of my, with the exception of one of my favorite movies, Star Wars, can just go away. So this, I don't know what that is, but that can be deleted. But yeah, that is the end of this stream, I think, for tonight, guys. This was the ESL Open number 30. I'm sorry, not the Open. Sorry, this is the Skill Cup Platinum Diamond segment of it, number 30. I'm DJ Spectre. You can find me at twitch.tv/DJ Spectre. You can also find me on Twitter at DJ Spectre TV. If you have not clicked the follow button, please do so. My co-caster, who does not have a face here yet, is Pluto. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at SC2_Pluto or on Twitch at SC2Pluto. Actually, I can go ahead and just turn on my what's it called? Webcam here. So
you ended your stream?
Well, my stream is still on, but oh no, I can't do it.
I keep seeing you trying, and it just keeps stopping it.
Yeah, it's okay. No worries. But yeah, go ahead and give me a follow on Twitch or on Twitter or both, and you can check out all of the VODs for all of these and more on youtube.com/SC2Pluto.
Yeah, so, I have a YouTube channel, but you just got to go to YouTube and search for DJ Spectre TV. Or if you go for DJ Spectre, you actually find an actual DJ. Don't ask how I got the name; it's not related to music or anything. But go ahead and you can search for DJ Spectre TV on YouTube. I do have a channel there. It's got all of my videos going all the way back to some of my very first casts, and it looks terrible. I sound terrible. I probably smelled terrible too at the time. Who knows? But
pretty bad.
That is it for me and Pluto. Peace. Come back tomorrow for my Thirsty Thursday stream I'm sorry. I'm gonna totally botch my own intro. It's proper drinking and improper gaming. I'll see you guys all tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time.